basketball fans, welcome to Hornet basketball on a Friday night here in Bryant, Arkansas. And you're going to have the Bryant Lady Hornets versus the Conway Wampus Cats, or the Conway Lady Wampus Cats. You got Mark Scarlett here, and you got the man, Jeremy Laster. And Laster, before this girls' game starts, keys to the ball game tonight.
Real quick, keys to the game. We were only 3 for 29 from the three-point land against North Little Rock earlier this week. We've got to shoot a lot better than that. We also had 18 turnovers. We have to protect the ball, Mark. This is another big challenge for the Lady Hornets tonight against Conway. Seems like this conference is full of them. Got to maintain our poise.
Well, it ought to be a very good ball game, and we'll be right back after we do the national anthem, and the legendary Rob Patrick will do the starting lineups. We'll be right back from Hornet Arena. It's Mark Scarlett and Jeremy Laster. All right, we are back from Hornet Arena. It is going to be the Bryant Lady Hornets versus the Conway Lady Wampus Cats. And right before we left, and Rob Patrick's doing the starting lineups right now, Laster, you were talking about keys to the game, and we said this is a extremely good Conway Lady Wampus Cat team.
It really is. They have 3 Division I players on their team. It seems like Bryant runs into that pretty much every week in this conference. It's nothing new. And then on the other side, you know, we've got 4 out of the 5 of our starters, Mark, are playing their first season of varsity basketball right now. And that's hard to believe, but the future is going to be bright with Bryant. These are just going to be good lesson games for them. Got to play hard and keep our poise.
It is, and we saw that against North Little Rock, man. I mean, North Little Rock girls, I mean, you're talking about Fort Smith Northside, North Little Rock, and Conway in your conference. Those are 3 of the best high school teams in the entire state of Arkansas, period, in girls, and probably in a lot of small colleges around the country. They're that good.
And what I love about the Lady Hornets is they're not afraid of anybody. You're going to get maximum effort from them every game. That's just a Coach Matthews coach team.
It is. You're going to have Lauren Lane starting for the Lady Hornets tonight, Paris Atkins, Natalie Edmondson, number 14, 21, Bryland Finley, and number 22, Emily Muse. And I'm going to tell you, they will play hard. They will get after it. We talked about keys to the game earlier, and without a doubt, we're going to have to shoot the ball extremely well quick to stay in this basketball game.
You've got to take advantage of those open looks. You can't go 3 for 29 from the three-point land again in this game and try to stay in it.
You can see Conway getting the tip. Players to watch for them are going to be number 13, Chloe Carty. She is a gunner. She is a D1 prospect. Number 22, Kalena King. She's a very good shooter. And Lady Hornets going to get the ball out of bounds after a turnover. Jayden Thomas, number 24. She is a D1 type basketball player. And number 42, Savannah Scott, down low, another D1 type basketball player. You're looking at girls that are 6'4", 5'10", 5'9". I mean, those are big girls that are quick, athletic, and can play. Good job, Paris, right down the lane, doing what she does best. A little too hard. And we've seen this every game last year that we've done. The Lady Hornets are going to spread them out on offense and attack those gaps. Long three, number 24, no good. Jayden Thomas. Good defense, Edmondson. The Lady Hornets are doing a good job. They just got to get in there and get the ball. Edmondson, good job. Back to Finley. Coach Matthews telling them, let's push it and let's go, because they have a quicker chance of getting better matchups by doing so.
It's 2 great defensive possessions by the Hornets.
Hughes shots up, no good, but good hustle, Lauren Lane. We've got an official timeout, I think. At least that's what I thought he called. 2 hands on the shoulder. Yeah, they were going to be resetting, and I think we had an injured player. I think number 13, Chloe Clardy, when she drove in a while ago, she might have got popped. Inadvertent sometimes. That just happens when you drive the lane last year. I never drove the lane. I stayed outside not to get any contact. But the official's part of the court.
It is. Tough break for the Hornets there. Got it back.
Atkins gets it. Good job, Hornets. Down to Edmondson. Oh, she shouldn't have touched it. She knew it. Sometimes that's hard not to do, man. I mean, you sit there, you see the ball bouncing towards you. You don't have to touch it. It's going to be out of bounds, your ball, and you just instinctively grab it.
That's right. We've all been there.
See, Lady Hornets are going to stay in and they kind of play a zone, a switching type zone. Looks like a man a little bit. Got to travel on number 24. Jayden Thomas, another big prospect for Conway.
So the Hornets playing good defense to start out with. You want to see them slow down just a little bit, be a little more patient on the offensive end, and get an open shot and knock it down.
And we've talked about that several times during games. Patience is the key. You get out here and you get in the flow of your offense, and it's important to have some patience. Paris strong down the lane. Just got to slow down just a little bit on those shots. They're there. Conway's got the rebound going the other way. Thomas out top. Back to Thomas. Good shooter out top. No good. Gets the rebound. Number 2 from the wing. No good. Jovalette was no good. And you're getting back to Paris. She's going to push it. Keeps it in the middle of the court. And she's going for a gap right there. They got her on a foul. Good job. She'll be fouled by Kalena King.
Paris has such a burst of speed when she gets ready to drive it to the hole, and she always has defense on their toes.
And she's hard to guard, and we've mentioned this several times when we're calling these ball games. What you notice on what Bryant offense does and what Matthews does on that offense is that he gets the shooters, he spreads them out. You've got Finley, who's a freshman. You got Edmondson on the wing, who's a sophomore. You have Muse, who's a sophomore out top. And what you do is you have to cover those shooters. Paris drives. And if you don't pick Paris up, then those shooters are going to be wide open. And if you don't pick her up, she goes straight to the basket for a layup.
That's what a player like Paris Atkins does for your team.
Bryant up 1-0. Paris down low, trying to get the ball back. Missed shot, number 42, Savannah Scott. Good job on the backside defense by Paris. And Bryant's got the ball. To Edmondson, excellent shooter, little lefty. Lauren Lane, very athletic, driving it strong. They're going to get her on the floor. And that's what you're going to have to do. They're doing a good job. If Conway wants to play man-to-man, what you try to do with the team that plays man-to-man is you attack them, you see how good they can defend.
That's right. You try to go in the middle of the court or on the baseline and break them down. Once you get past that first player, man-to-man defense starts to break down a little bit. You start getting open shots.
Good job, Paris. Jumper. Good job, 15-footer off a cross dribble. Paris Atkins. Lady Hornets up 3-0 over Conway. It's early. 22 out top for Conway. Long 3, no good. That was King. And Finley, the freshman, gets the rebound and pushing it the other way. Notice how Paris stops. They're going to get their spacing to make Conway guard that entire court on them. Don't want to stay jumbled up because they can help side if you do that. Great pass, Muse to Lauren Lane. Basket's good. Lady Hornets up 5-0 with 4:50 left in the first period. One more basket, I promise you. Conway coach Hutchcraft, she's going to probably call a timeout, and that's going to be a foul, moving her feet on that baseline.
We've talked about Muse's game before, and that's exactly the kind of thing you want to see her do. She's got a very good inside game. There she made a good move on her defender and was able to get the pass for an assist there.
And one of the things we saw with Emily that last possession, and we talked about this earlier, she was under control with her dribble. She didn't try to extend it too quick. She didn't try to go too fast. She stayed under control, and that pass was open because of it.
So many times we've seen the Hornets speed things up and it cost them some shots. But you're right, that was an excellent example of what to do on the offensive end.
Free throws up and good. Gets their first point. And that was Chloe Clardy. She's back in the game. She was injured early. Finley gets it by her man over to Edmondson up top, and Lady Hornets doing a good job of spacing. That pass needed to be quick. Clardy's fast. Good hands. She's got it going the other way. Long jumper from the wing. It's Thomas, and it's good.
So many times in basketball, what you see if a team's cold, they go to the free throw line, hit a couple of good free throws, it settles them down, and their shots start falling.
Yep. Paris looking for a gap. Good job moving the ball. Lady Hornets again doing a good job moving the ball, keeping that defense, having to cover that entire area. Good job pass from Finley Muse with her feet set up, and I thought that was going to ping pong in. No good. Conway's got it going the other way. It's a good defense by Finley out top. And Lady Hornets have started the game off. We can't ask for them to start any better. They've done a good job. And I'm not sure if that was they're going to call that a foul. I don't really see where the foul was on that. I think he kind of thought that they had reached in a little quicker. Foul's going to be against Paris.
Anytime you reach and don't move your feet as well, you risk that foul call, whether you actually make contact or not.
King's on the line. King's on the line. She makes her first one. Delaney King is a 5'10" junior guard. Man, I'm telling you, every coach would love to have 6'4" down low, 2 5'10" guards up top. Free throw's no good. Muse gets the rebound. Muse going. Yep, they're going to get that. She was a little out of control on that. Probably not what Coach Matthews wanted to see Emily going coast to coast with the basketball. And she tried to split the defenders right there, but it worked out for her. Lady Hornets going to inbound the ball. Again, 6-5, Conway over the Lady Hornets. Bryant inbounding the ball up to Paris up top. Lady Hornets doing a good job moving the ball. Lauren Lane inside. Shots up, no good. But they got to look inside that lane where they wanted it. Conway's going the other way. Lady Hornets do a good job of switching up pop on the defense. Leaves the wing open, though, but shots up no good. And they get the long rebound. Clardy's three is good. And Finley's player to hit that drive, and Finley really did all she could on that from the defensive standpoint. Clardy just has a good-looking shot, and it goes in. You
can tell that a lot of the Conway players are very confident from the three-point line. You just hope that they don't get heated up here.
Clardy's a sophomore, 5'10" sophomore, and already getting deep looks. Paris Atkins splitting that defense for another 2 for the Lady Hornets.
She's had a couple of those looks tonight, but she took her time and was under control on that one, and it paid off for her.
Long three on the top. Good job, number 24, Jayden Thomas, a good shooter. Can't leave her open, let her set her feet. Lady Hornets going to have to move quicker. Emily to Edmondson. Edmondson drive, a little left shot, no good, in and out. Conway going the other end. Coach Hutchcraft's going to call a timeout real quick for Conway. You can tell, and I can tell what Hutchcraft's upset about too. If you take a look at Conway's man-to-man defense, we're getting inside that lane way too easy. And Hutchcraft, who comes from a long line of coaches, her dad coached, I can't remember where, but he was a legendary high school coach. She knows good defense, and she's not seeing it on the Conway side.
Well, you can tell it's a point of emphasis for Coach Matthews and his Lady Hornets tonight. When they get the opportunity to drive past their defender and go to the hole, that's what he wants to do.
Yep.
And it goes back to what you were talking about earlier. If Conway now moves to try to stop that, what you hope is that they're going to jump off of some of our shooters and we'll get some three-pointers to fall.
That's exactly what you would do. In fact, what you want Natalie Edmondson to do right now, or even Finley on the left side, is you get Paris out top. What Conway's going to start doing is they're going to start doing a better job of making sure that they're cutting off those driving lanes, which is going to leave the shooters open on the side. So we'll see that. Conway inside, Clardy again inside. Chloe Clardy again, 5'10" sophomore. She's going to go to the line. I think Lauren got her on the wrist when she was going in. Clardy's shot's up, no good, grows off. You know, we've talked about this many times, man. When we call these games, basketball is such a, and it really is simple strategy. You're putting your best player out on the court and trying to get your best player the ball as many times as you can, and can they stop him? And if they stop him, who's going to step up? Conway going to go man-to-man now, full court. And you can see Hutchcraft making some adjustment. Finley, good move. The Lady Hornets stay spread out. You can see they collapsed in on Paris on that one.
That's right. But look who gets back.
Yep. Good hustle, man. I'm telling you.
Her motor is running every second of the game.
Love her. Absolutely love her. She's just a junior, 5'8" junior, and we get to watch her for another year. But what's going to happen on the offensive now for the Lady Hornets? They just have to adjust to the change in defense. Take their time. They're going to be okay. Good job, Muse down low. Good defense. Clardy on the cut. Good defense, Lady Hornets, and they're going the other way. Lane has it. Finley, she tried to make a move, but she caught it back. Good job going the other way. You see, she's a dominant lefty. They're going to get a hand. You can see, got on the hand. That you hate to see that because Muse hits that three, but they're calling that hand checking, which is good.
They are. So, Mark, it was a 5-0 ball game for the Hornets. Conway's gone on a 12-2 run. You'd like to see the Hornets do something like Conway did and maybe get to the free throw line, settle down a little bit.
You can see Conway's up their defensive intensity, which is good because now we'll be able to drive, but they're double teaming now. They're kind of trapping as we have the ball. Not sure on that call. They called it on the two down low, Lauren Lane. That's going to be 2 on Lauren. I didn't really see where that foul, that's 3 fouls on Lauren starting off. I didn't really see where that was a foul. Looked like it was an entry pass, and not sure what they saw, but hey, it's a foul.
Lauren Taylor's going to have to get some good minutes to the Hornets right here.
Finley almost got the steal back. Lady Wampus Cats get it back. You can see they're looking for that 3-year drive. They're just testing the waters the whole time. They get that open look or an inside shot, and that was a good pass. And luckily, they didn't call that. And that's Clardy on the 2. That was a good pass, and that's exactly how you break that zone. You attack it in the middle and dump it to the cutters. We talked about this a while ago. Hutchcraft called that timeout a while ago. It was a closer game. They're up 14-7 now. You can tell their defensive pressure went up considerably from that timeout.
It just means the Hornets are going to have to be more patient on the offensive end.
You can see their help side defense, which means the shooters will be open. Muse, little one-hand runner. Conway going the other way. Clardy gets it, spin move, good shot.
That's as good a move as you'll see anywhere, Mark.
Okay, man, that did nothing you can do about that except tell her good job and go to the other end and try to score 16-7 Conway. 22 seconds left in the first period. Logan Taylor into the game for the Hornets. Paris, you can see they have really upped their defensive pressure. We're going to have to up our intensity on offense, and they're trapping the ball now. Lady Hornets going to have to take better care of it. Yep, Finley got her with the arm, and she goes up. Number 21, Camille Brown, a 5'7" sophomore, will be at the line.
Mark, somehow we're going to have to get something going toward the basket. They've extended their defense, and the only way you're going to be able to make them pay for that is to get around them and get some easy layups.
See, what we saw earlier in the game, and we talked about this, Bryant did a really good job of spreading them out and making them cover area. So what they've done is they've upped their defensive pressure. They've played us a little closer, and they're ball trapping off of it. Now, if we can move a little bit, set a few screens, you're going to have stuff open. It's just whether you're going to calm down enough to get that done. It's hard to do that with a young team. Conway with the steal. Thomas gets it right before the buzzer, and you can tell Coach Matthews isn't happy with that at all. I think he's a little bit unhappy with how the officiating went that first quarter a few times, and that's going to be 20-7 at the end of the first period. And it's amazing. We were up 5-0. We looked like we were handling it. Good coaching. Hutchcraft calls timeout, ups the pressure up. It's been a different ball game since then.
That's right. Up 5-0. Now they're on a 20-2 run. What you hope for if you're a Hornet fan is that you get something to go toward the basket right here, maybe a foul, an easy shot. Hornets just need to settle down, need to be more patient on the offensive end. Their defense is okay. We've got to rebound a little bit better. But if we can settle down on the offensive end, get some open looks and knock those down, we'll be okay.
We will be. And this is where more of the strategy comes in. This is where Coach Matthews is probably going to change some things up on the offensive end and try to get us to where we're screening a little bit more, get them off of us from a defensive standpoint. But basically it comes down to this. You're going to have to score. You're going to have to figure out a way to score. You're going to see Paris Atkins a little bit more involved, probably get her the ball back up top. And one of the things you don't want to do when they're jumping the ball like that is you want your spacing to be good. So you want Paris out there, and you don't want too many players close together because it's easy for them to trap off that. So
that's right. The spacing will help you get your shooters open as well.
And again, you got to realize this is one of the best teams in the state of Arkansas, period. I mean, this is a team that is going to be vying for a state championship. So the Lady Hornets, it's tough. It's an uphill climb. And if we play well, you do it 1 minute at a time, how you get back in this game. Finley back to Edmondson. Yeah, can't do that cross-court pass against that defense. 22, King with the steal, no good. Good defense, Paris again. King gets it back up, and it's good. Those are the things, Thomas gets it, Jayden Thomas. She gets it, puts it back in. Those are the things that just frustrate you as a coach. You design that up. Conway's overplaying everything, and you just lob that pass out there, and they take it and go the other way.
That's right. When they're overplaying like that, you got to get something going toward the basket. You don't want to play out near midcourt.
And we saw that as good of a team as we've seen Bryant play. The one thing you don't want to do is you don't want long cross-court passes on good, fast, fundamentally sound defensive teams. Finley's got it, bringing it up the court. Man-to-man defense. You can see Lady Hornets are spread out. Muse up top. Edmondson, Paris Atkins on the wing. Going to get it to Paris. Paris is going to look for a gap. Good defense by Conway. You can see since the first quarter they have really amped it up. They're going to get the hand check. And one of the things we talked about that you can always watch early in basketball games is how the officiating's going. And so far, if somebody reaches in, they're calling it on both ways. So we'll
exactly
see that
right.
tonight.
Got to pick up on that for sure.
Hughes out top. They're overplaying everything. Hughes sets her feet. Good ball fake. Long threes up. No good. It was right at it. Good long rebound by Scott. Conway's going the other way. 23-7. 7 minutes left in the second quarter. Paris with a good steal. Finley trailing. Paris pulls up. Little jumper. Good. That's tough to do.
It's tough to do. That was a great decision. The defender was coming in for a block, and Paris knew it, so she just pulled up and took an easy jumper there.
Another good steal tip by Paris. Gets it stolen away. Conway down low to Scott. Scott, good feet. Way to get that ball in. A good pass from Clardy. And they've got the layup. You hear Coach Matthews telling them to go. Don't waste time. Get it on the other side of the court. Set up your offense. Play aggressive. Play fast. Paris again. Little jumper, no good. Lady Hornets got to block out. Get that rebound. Going to go off against Conway. Going to be Hornets ball. That's one of the things you can do in these situations is you can block out. You can put a rear end on somebody. The only way to keep Scott off those boards is you're going to have to put a rear end on her and block out. And that way they'll call over the back. Finley back out to Muse. You can see Finley, good looking shot by Finley, no good. Conway going the other way. Beckwith taking it down low, no good. Edmondson with the rebound. And Riley again, number 21. Finley, just a freshman. Coach Matthews trying to get things settled down. And that's hard to do, Jeremy. I'll be honest with you, man. Conway, like we've said many times, they're good. I mean, they're state championship good. It sounds really easy for us to say, hey, they just got to slow down. They just got to be patient. But the reality of it is you still got to get through that defense.
That's right. It's hard to slow down, Mark, when you've got somebody on you that strong. And when Conway's playing such a good man-to-man defense. One of the things, other ways you can kind of attack that man-to-man defense is crisp passes, take them off the dribble, and then, make them work a little harder on defense. You can go deep into the shot clock. You don't have to take a quick shot on them. Sometimes if you're working on a man-to-man defense like that, you take them deep in the shot clock, you get a foul. Anything that you can do to kind of get them to play off of you a little bit, you need to try to take advantage of that right now.
one of the things I remember when I was coaching with Carla Crowder at Bryant is one of the things we would do in situations like this, we'd go 1 high, 4 low, where you would put your best player out top, go 1-to-1 with that person. You take the other 4 and push them all the way to the baseline. So what you're doing is you're shoving the defense all the way back. Well, what happens when you do that is then you can put your shooters up in the shooting spots, and it allows a little bit more spacing and a little bit more time to slow that defense down. And Paris, again, just a little too fast, but it's easier said than done when they're trapping you.
Yeah, and Conway's picking us up full court, man-to-man right now. We're going to have to rise to the occasion.
Beckwith with the ball out top for Conway. Just swinging around. Bryant does a good job in that zone. They're just basically protecting the drive. And doing a good job with their hands up. Scott down low. Good side pass. Paris almost picked it off. Good job. That's kind of a setup on the defensive end. You kind of leave that open, and if you got a girl that's pretty fast, she can jump in like Paris did and get that steal for you sometimes. Again, 25-9, Conway over our Lady Hornets. 5:44 left in the second period. Finley almost got the steal. Clardy gets it on the other end. You got to realize, too, when you're sitting here watching this, Clardy is a future D1 player. Good job, Finley, on the defense. Late call, though. Matthews not happy with it, and I agree. That was a clean block. She did a good job moving her feet. We usually are pretty good about not criticizing the officials. By no means is it making a difference in the game, but there's nothing that frustrates you more than a late call. You know, Clardy free throw up and good. 26-9. And we saw this in the North Little Rock game, Jeremy. One of the things that you have to do now is instill in your kids when you get down is 1 minute at a time. Try to get back in this basketball game 1 minute at a time. Clardy with the steal off Finley. Shots up, no good. Good rebound again by Conway. They're just getting those long rebounds, which are hard to get from the defensive standpoint. It benefits the offense. And that's going to be a turnover. Paris, good hustle. Ball went over the other side. It's a live ball at that point. Now, if Conway touches that ball, it's a dead ball. But we have the ability to get it first, but Conway touched it right before Paris did. You can see they're denying Finley the ball, getting it back out to Paris. Again, we just need to spread out. Good move, Finley. And Taylor with the rebound and no good. And Lady Wampus Cats going the other way. Out top to Jovelette, no good. Good rebound. I know that's got to frustrate Coach Matthews. It seems like every rebound is going Conway's way. Long jumper, no good by King. And it's going to be Bryant's ball going the other way.
On that last offensive possession by the Hornets, Finley did a great job of breaking down the defense. She had a shot, had a follow shot. Neither one of them went down. We got to knock those down.
And again, Finley is a freshman. And great pass. Edmondson strong inside. Good basket. They kept it tight. That one did a great job breaking that defense down. Finley to Edmondson. Down low to Scott. Up and good. You got to front her. You cannot let her get you down on the block and post you up because you ain't got a shot.
No, you cannot coach 6'4", and she is 6'4" with talent. She's only a sophomore, Mark.
That's another Division I prospect for Conway. See, really how you defend that is you get in front of her, you deny her the ball, make them lob it up high, and make her move to go get that ball. But we let her kind of sit there, and she was able to just put it right in. Shots up good, 29-11. Conway up. Finley, good drive, a little left-hand jumper from the wing, from the corner, no good. Going the other way, Conway. They do a good job. Conway does. Clardy to King for the layup. They do a good job when they're dribbling the ball last her up court. They have their head up the whole time. Turnover by the Lady Hornets, and Conway's going full court. They smell blood. Hutchcraft's a good coach. She's going for the kill shot now.
They're going full court, and they're trapping at the drop of a hat.
They know that they can put the game away quick or have a good chance to, and she's going for it now. Scott down low. Taylor's going to foul her. Yeah, she kind of put a body on her when she turned. That's should be on the floor. but we have 9 team fouls. So Conway's going to be in the 1-1 on that.
Scott had great position there, got the pass, gave a big target to the offensive player who passed her the ball. And then, on our end, Lauren Taylor, that's about all you can do in that situation is to kind of hold on and hope for the best.
Again, Lady Hornets down 20 at this point, 3:50 left in the second period. And again, we've seen this situation before against North Little Rock. And one of the things that you want to be able to do is, as Scott makes that first one, is that you're going to have to play for the next 53 seconds, try to win the next 53 seconds, and just continue that the entire night. Good steal again by Clardy. Good pass to Thomas, and that's good. Yeah. Coach Matthews has seen enough.
There is nothing more frustrating for a head coach than to give the other team the ball underneath your own basket, or their own basket, and have easy layups.
And you can see Finley, number 21, as Coach Matthews is talking to her. He's just talking to her about moving, and when you move, you've got to be aggressive going for that ball. And at the same time, you can see her frustration. And again, and we talked about Finley being a freshman. You got to realize some of these Lady Hornets, we're a young basketball team. And it's tough to throw freshmen and sophomores out against basically what's D1 college basketball on the court right now.
We talked about it earlier. 4 out of 5 of our starters are playing their first season of varsity basketball, and this is the reward they get for doing that.
That's it, especially in this conference, without a doubt. But they're going to get better, and we see glimpses of them as they get better. Emily, she just tried to over-dribble that, and those are things she's going to learn. Good job, Paris Atkins to Edmondson. Jumper from the wing, no good. The Lady Hornets are fighting. Good job, Finley, on the floor, and it's going to be jump ball. And that's what you want to see. You may be down 20, and it's in the second period. We still have 3 minutes left in the second period. But the fight, those are the things that you want to be able to see, is that your kids fighting for loose balls and stuff like that.
You will never see a Coach Matthews coach basketball team give up on the game.
No, you really don't. Brad does a great job. He's been at Greenland. He's been at Harmony Grove. He was at Sheridan for a little bit. 24, Jayden Thomas, another 5'10 shooter for Conway. And one of the things that the Lady Hornets need to do on that is on those inbound balls, they're not turning and going toward the ball. You got to go toward that basketball. They're flaring away from it. You got to go get it. Paris going the other way. She's been quiet since that first quarter, since they changed defense. Good job, Paris. Not there, though. Great job. Take it to them.
It's exactly what you need to have against a defense like this.
Paris with 9 points. Lady Hornets have 13. That was a good drive. I mean, you're right. That's what you got to do. The only way to have a chance to beat a full court man-to-man is you got to take it to them. You got to keep it in the middle of the court. You got to go at them. Because speed, people are fast if you're going side to side on them. If you're going at speed or straight at speed, speed ain't fast. Because you can't be fast going straight at it.
I'll tell you something else. It will get Conway out of this full court press if we still get layups like that.
That's right. You got a foul there, and that's another thing. You get them in foul trouble. It's going to be 1-1 for the Lady Hornets, or 1-1 for Conway. Already for Conway, number 24, Jayden Thomas, a 5'10 junior. She's got 16 points. And number 13, Chloe Clardy, a 5'10 sophomore. She's got 10 points for Conway. Leading the Hornets at this point right now is Paris Atkins on the line, shooting 1, and it's up and good. Telling you, Paris, man, she has been one bright spot in the games we've called so far this year. She has been she's been 212 last year. That's what she's been.
That's the best way to describe it, Marcus. 212. And it's on both ends of the court. It's defensively and offensively. If she's not scoring the basketball, she's playing great defense and knocking the ball away, getting steals and rebounds.
No good. They got the weak side rebound, though. Nobody blocked out. They're going to foul her trying to go up. Number 25. Haley Malcolm, a 6-foot senior. You got to love it, man. And Hutchcraft is a wonderful coach, but it's nice when you have a 6'4 sophomore, a 5'10 junior, another 5'10 sophomores. Those are your shooting guards in your post. And then Haley Malcolm, who's a senior, comes in the ballgame. You have another 6-footer into the ballgame. That's like having a team full of 6'6 to 6'10 guys in the equivalence of height.
And that's not only good on the offensive end, but it's, as we've seen, it's good for them on the defensive end as well. When Bryant starts to make cross-court passes, Conway's so long and quick, they're able to get those steals.
Got another steal there. Clardy's going to take it in. No good. Muse still got to be aggressive. She's got it. Emily keeping it in the middle. Getting it to Jayla Knight. Jayla taking it strong right in the game. She may have missed it, but she's aggressive. Clardy's going to get it on the other end for a layup. Good job, Paris Atkins with a block.
And again, I mean, we say her name all the time, but Paris Atkins, what looked like it was going to be an easy layup for Conway, all of a sudden out of nowhere, here comes Paris Atkins to make a good defensive play.
I was already calling it for a layup. And Paris did a good job. Good defense. Just need to make sure they front the post, not let them have the drive. 21 gets it. Camille Brown, a 5'7" sophomore, into the game. You can tell Conway, Hutchcraft's already. They're up 43-16 with a minute 50 left. She's resting her starters. And that's going to be a jump ball. Again, you got to hand it. Jayla Knight, like I said, 5'6" sophomore. She comes in the game. She's not shy. She's attacking it right when she comes in the game. I love that. Instead of being passive, she's going right at it.
And as we talked about earlier, you can tell that that's been a focus for Coach Matthews, is to drive the ball, get to the rim if you can, to break down this defense.
Edmondson from the wing, long. Paris in there trying to get the rebound. Conway gets it out. They're going the other way. Down low, shots up, no good. Beckwith with the rebound out top. Conway, good job moving the ball around. Thomas, no good. But right to number 32, Lauren Hill, 5'9" junior, she lays it in. Rebound went off the weak side. She was standing there. Shouldn't have forced that one. Not what Coach Matthews wanted on that. Again, Conway makes you play fast. And so you're just out here and you're trying to slow down on offense and set things up, but they just push you to where you have to play faster. They're a very well coached, very good basketball team.
They're good on the offensive end, but I'm really impressed with their defense tonight, Mark. It's not easy to play good man-to-man defense, especially when you have some folks who are able to drive on you like Bryant has, but they have done a great job of extending their man-to-man defense and really caused a lot of havoc for the Lady Hornets.
And we saw Hutchcraft, like I said, she called that timeout in the first period when it was 9-7 or 7-5. It picked up after that. I mean, it went into high gear after that. So you can tell she's got the hot button of her team. Excellent coach. Shots up, no good on the free throw. Paris is going to get it. Emily gets it. 55 seconds left in the first half. 46-16, Conway up 30. They're going to get the reach in. They've called that all night. If they feel that the defensive player gets an advantage on that, they're calling it. They're consistent with it. And from a coaching standpoint, whether it goes for you or against you, you're okay with it as long as they call it on both ends. Paris shots up and good. That's her 13th point tonight.
I expect what you'll see in the second half of a few things, Mark. One, you'll see Bryant have a good press attack ready for Conway, and then you're going to see a steady diet of Atkins and Muse and Finley driving to the basket.
And hopefully they get Edmondson a little bit going and getting the shot off, getting some threes, and slowly whittle down this lead. We saw that in the North Little Rock game. We were down 36 at one point, and slowly we got it down within 21. And then, if you remember, they put their starters back in. Because they didn't like the way the momentum's going. That's your goal in the second half. It's try to get that going back up. Long shot, no good for Conway. Paris inbounds it. It just happens to go back to Conway. Good hustle by Paris. And Emily, good defense there. Aggressive. Again, 26 seconds left. And Emily's going to learn. One of the things she's going to learn is she's not a point guard. So what you want to be able to do is get that ball to your guards quicker in her situation and go set up. Work on that spacing. Good move, Paris. Straight down the middle of the lane. Shot up and good. She completely faked her man out up top. 46-20.
There you go.
16 points for the Lady for Paris. Edmondson with the steal. 3 seconds, 2. Paris again up, no good. Looked like she almost turned her ankle there for a second. I'm glad she's all right.
She almost turned my ankle, and I'm sitting 200 feet from her.
That's the truth. Well, that's going to be the first half from Hornet Arena. It's 46-20. Lady Wampus Cats coming back in the second half. We're going to see how well Bryant responds to this big challenge as we go into it. And you're listening to Jeremy Laster and Mark Scarlett, and we'll catch you guys back at the start of the second half. We are back at Hornet Arena. You got Mark Scarlett and Jeremy Laster calling the ball game for you tonight. And again, Laster, we're back again, and it's because they really can't find anybody else right now, but I have a feeling Dr. Walters and them, they're looking. They're just, nobody will do it for free like us.
I drove by the administrative office a minute ago, and they were in there on a meeting. No doubt they're trying to find 2 better people.
Oh yeah, it's a huge thing for the Bryant community to get this thing kicked off right. All right, second half. The Lady Hornets, we've got 20. Conway Lady Wampus Cats has 46. You're probably wondering, if you're a coach, what do you tell your team right now? And Laster, what would you tell your team right now?
What you tell them is you should try to get better with every possession. You take it one possession at a time. You give them some keys to look out for. So one of the things that I anticipate Coach Matthews talked with his team about was that, or expect that he talked to him about, was how to break the press. We don't want to give any more easy baskets underneath their own goal there. And then just kind of slowing down a little bit, being more patient on offense. You still want to get toward the basket. You still want to drive and take advantage of those opportunities. But don't be afraid to let it get later into the shot clock, and maybe you can force Conway into making some mistakes on defense, get some easy shots.
And that's hard to do because Conway is so strong defensively. They're going to pressure you into making mistakes on the offensive end, without a doubt. Same starters out for Conway to start the second half. Same way for the Lady Hornets. You got Finley, Edmondson, Paris Atkins, Lauren Lane, and Emily Muse down low. Lady Hornets going to stay in the same defense, and the reason they do is you're trying to keep Conway from not driving and getting layups. That's an excellent defense of them to be in right now. Beckwith with the drive all the way to the basket. No good. Good rebound up top. 22. Miss King there is a 5'10 junior. Down low to Scott. Emily did a good job staying behind her and just using her body, and Scott couldn't get over there to the ball quick enough. So good defense in Emily. And like we talked about, it's positives. It's 1 minute at a time. And you're just giving your kids being positive. Stay in it. Fight. 1 minute at a time. See if you can win this minute.
That's right. Great defensive intensity to start the second half for the Hornets.
Lady Hornets changed their offense up a little bit. Notice they're rotating and screening a little bit more, and that's what happens when you do that. Good job, Lauren Lane. Good pass down low by Finley. They changed it up into where it's a little bit more compact, a little bit more screening and cutting, and that makes it man defense. You're putting a body on somebody, so if you don't help side, you're going to get that wide open look. Lady Hornets again taking it down low to Scott. Finley with the rebound. We're already past a minute. Lady Hornets have won that minute 2-0. Out to Paris Atkins for the three. No good. Beckwith gets the rebound heading the other way.
Well, that's the open shots you're looking for, Mark. You just got to get it to fall.
You see back down to Scott. Scott, good job. You just can't let her sit there and squat in that lane. And if you do, she's going to get a layup every time. Again, she's 6'4". Easier said than done.
That's right, but you don't want to let a 6'4" center get comfortable on the low post. You just don't want to let that happen.
You got to body her up top. Conway again with the steal. Clardy, good pass. Good job. King with the basket. Kalena King. Chloe Carty. She's got 16 points right now. Conway 50-22. 6 minutes left in the third quarter. Finley to Muse. Muse sets her feet. Long three. No good. And usually when Emily sets her feet like that, she's got a good shot of that ball going in.
You know, one of our keys to the game was to knock down those open looks when you get them. We've had back-to-back open three-pointers. Got our feet underneath us, good form. Shots look good. They just didn't fall for us.
We talked about it. Key to the night is we had to shoot well, and we had to hit open shots all night long to be able to stay in this basketball game. Conway, again, done a good job on defense. You see they're swinging around Scott. Long three, no good. Paris up for the rebound. Heading the other way. You can see they're going to get Beckwith cutting Paris off on that baseline. They call that every time.
You don't want to be, if you're a defensive player, even with Paris Atkins. No. If you're even, she's going to get by you. You've got to stay in front of her if you have any hope.
And what you have to do is you got to make her switch hands. She's so fast. You want to make her go side to side. You don't want to let her get going straight down. Got Scott fouling Emily on the thing. They've been consistent with that all night.
And that was a very smart play by Emily. You had Scott out there on her way away from the basket. Emily knew it, and she took her to the hole. Good play.
Pass inside Lauren Lane, gets it blocked by Scott. Clardy heading the other way for Conway. Good move. Gets it back up. Ball that's out of bounds. Going back for the Lady Hornets. They're coming out. We can see the intensity of Bryant. They've come out and they've got a little bit more intensity than Conway in the second half. One step at a time. We're down to the 5-minute mark. But we're staying even with them in the second half. Don't want to pick that dribble up because they're going to do a good job denying the ball. Edmondson does a good job coming out top. Good running jumper by Edmondson, no good. It's going to go back to Conway. Yeah, that's what I thought. I thought Scott had tipped it. They're going to give that back to the Lady Hornets. I thought she had the shot block.
Whenever you see the ball change directions,
it's usually a good sign.
Good indication it's been tipped.
Boys game coming up should be an absolute battle. That's going to be a wonderful game to watch. You've got two teams. Conway, like you said, played in the state championship game last year, or would have if something called COVID wouldn't have happened.
That's right. They're co-champions.
Yep. Going to retake the ball out on the baseline. Finley, a freshman. Going to change it, get Muse to take it out. Finley's going to be quicker on the offensive end on that way. You can see they're just looking for a cut. Back up top, don't want to do those long passes because they're going to get them every time. As fast and well coached they are. Good split on defense. Kalena King takes it coast to coast. Split the defenders up for the layup. 52-22 Conway, 4:40 left. Paris, jumper, 15 feet. Good shot. She can do that left or right-handed. Coming off good defense, Lady Hornets. Hard to do. Paris does it very well. Clardy down low. Good strong move. No good. Gets her own rebound up and good. I love Clardy. She's good.
Very good ball player. And Mark, coming into this game, we were concerned a little bit about Conway and their ability to shoot the three-pointer. They've made a few tonight. But where they've really hurt Bryant is on layups.
They have. Brylan Finley takes it coast to coast. Good job. Strong move. Fouled on the play. We're going to go have an old-fashioned three-point play for Finley, and that was a good confidence booster for her because she was being bodied up the whole time, and she just took that strong to the basket with that left hand.
And, Mark, you've said this before. She's a freshman.
Yep. And a good one at that. Very good one at that.
Fearless, good basketball player. Very skilled with the basketball, just what you want in your point guard.
She's going to be tough now, I'm telling you. Next year, even just being a sophomore, she's not going to play like a sophomore next year. She's going to play like a junior or a senior. Again, Bryant, good defense. Changing it, trying to get it down to Scott. Good job. Emily underneath. Would not let him get that interest pass to Finley. Down to Lauren Lane. Gets it up. No good. Just barely missed it. Good job, Paris. Finley back again. Out on Conway. It's going to be Hornets ball. Good job. Paris Atkins, Brylan Finley hustling back down.
Mark, we talked about this. You're never going to see a Matthews coach team give up, and we shouldn't be surprised that the Hornets continue to play hard here in the second half.
54-26, we're down 28. 3:45 left in the third period. Finley's bringing the ball up, looking for a screen up top. Yeah, she got a little frustrated there. I think what happened, she was waiting on that screen from Muse to set up, and Emily probably set it up a little bit higher than what she wanted, so she wasn't able to just get that left hand and just whip around it real quick. And all it takes is just a tiny bit of hesitation. You turn that ball over. Conway subbed out their starters now, and so we're going to see if Bryant can just win each minute at a time. Muse with the block. Conway, everybody's still fighting, going after it. It's going to be Bryant's ball out on number 25, Haley Malcolm. This is the time for those girls that don't get the playing time that the starters get. It gives them the opportunity to get out here and show, look, I can be out on the court. You got to have some trust in me. I can do this.
Oh.
Yeah. And you can see Matthews was telling Paris at that time, you weren't supposed to come toward her. You're supposed to go away from her to keep that spacing back. Finley's got a little bump on her chin. I think she cut her chin. She's going back and getting that looked at.
It's hard to tell. She might have caught a knee or an elbow right there.
That was tough. That was like a little football collision. Good job, Emily, again on the defensive end.
Got to get there.
Gets it to Edmonds. She did a good job bodying up. Lauren Lane down low. Shots up, no good. Fought back for a rebound again. Good hustle. Number 11, Jayla Knight, great job. Good shot. 54-29, Lady Hornets. Good shot. Paris taking it the other way, and you can see she leaves it, gets it back out to Edmondson. Oh, she still controlled it. Back down to Lauren. Got that blocked. Conway gets it and going the other way, and she traveled. She shifted her feet. Sure did. I thought that's what she did because she rotated her body and then rotated back. I thought she had to move her feet on that one. Coach Matthews is going to call timeout. Yeah, this next ball game coming up, the boys game, Conway last year during the state tournament here at Bryant, which was just absolutely fantastic. It came down between them and Central, going to be playing for the state championship. Of course, we know COVID hit. They gave them co-championships. But so this Conway boys team coming up, they're for real.
They are for real, and, you know, it seems like we're saying this every game, Mark, but it's another tough test for the Hornets. They're going to have to be ready to play. There are no gimmies in this conference.
That's one of the things we used to say about in football. Hey, it's 7A football. Everybody's good. I mean, there's nobody that's just terrible. Everybody's good. And especially in this conference in basketball, I mean, it's like the SEC or the ACC. It's like Duke, North Carolina, Wake Forest. Every night you're playing a top-tier, top 20 team every night. Good pass in to Muse to Edmondson. Good catch and shoot. Natalie Edmondson with the shot. Good pass, Emily Muse. Good defense by Edmondson.
Well, hopefully that'll get Edmondson going. She's a great shooter. We want to see her knock some of those down. One of the things that she did really well on that play is that she never brought the ball down. She caught it and shot it from where she caught it. She didn't get a chance to get it knocked away.
Edmondson, Natalie, number 14. She is a sophomore. It's a good defense out top. And they got the hand check. They've called it all night long. If you're watching that thinking, that's kind of a touch foul. Hey, those jokers, they've called it all night long the same way, so I'll give them credit for that.
That's right. And then 2 minutes and 10 seconds left in the third quarter. You've got to be expecting that as a player. You've got to be ready for that. Lady
Hornets down 23. So this third quarter, they're winning the battle in the third quarter. Now, granted, they're not winning the battle against Conway starters. Conway starters are not out there, but the point is you're still out there fighting, getting after it. Good defense, Jayla Knight. Doing a good job cutting them off. Down low, shots up and good. Number 32, Lauren Hill. And Paris going the other way for the Lady Hornets.
A couple of good times tonight for Lauren Hill, getting great position.
A little out of control, but it goes in. It counts. Paris Atkins, good job.
And that's 20 for Paris tonight.
Paris had a great game. Emily Muse with the steal. Got caught in no man's land. Get it to Paris. Emily goes set up. Look for your shot. Because they're going to have to start guarding Paris on everything. You're going to be open. Edmondson, good guy. There's Emily, long three up. No good. Good job. Oh, I thought Lauren had that. And good job, Jayla Knight. Fouled on the play. Good hustle. Never giving up. Good job. I thought Emily's shot was up and good on the three, but great hustle by Lauren Lane and then Jayla Knight. Great job getting in there, and Jayla's going to be fouled.
That's what hustle will do for you, Mark. I mean, she never gave up on that play, and here she is at the line with a chance to shoot two.
56-33, Lady Hornets down 23 to Conway. They started the quarter down 30, so they fought back, and we talked about this from the very beginning. Every minute, you just want to try to win that minute to try to at least somewhat get back in the game, and Jayla Knight's free throws up and good.
I'm looking at Finley over in the far sideline there, and she's got a smile on her face. Might have a broken nose, but she's got a smile on her face. It shows you a warrior.
That's right. Ball goes out of bounds against Conway. Knight missed the free throw, and Conway knocks it out of bounds. Going to be Hornets ball, 56-34. And your whole goal with trying to do this is that to get back in this ball game is you want the Conway coach to start thinking about putting those starters back in and kind of make a statement. Shot is blocked. Jayla's going to foul her. Or actually going to be calling her on the baseline. Mary Kate Kane, she got it, stepped out of bounds. Jayla Knight was doing a good job.
Looked like Jamisa Johnson for Conway made a really good play there to get that block. Conway just couldn't control it.
Lady Hornets on the inbound looking for an open three. Edmondson getting back to be the fail-safe, but they tipped it. Good defense. Paris on the other end. Getting the shot off Jayla, good job. Edmondson with the rebound. We're going to have a jump ball. Going to go toward the Lady Hornets. 49 seconds left in the third quarter. From Hornet Arena, I still say probably one of the nicest high school arenas in the entire state of Arkansas. If not, most of the D2 schools would kill to have this place. And 40 seconds, I don't know if they didn't reset the shot clock or the clock stopped. And there's nothing more nerve-wracking. For years, I used to keep the clock at the basketball games, and you're talking like back in the 90s. And there's nothing more nerve-wracking when that clock gets down to the seconds is what I mean. It's kind of hard sometimes. You can just barely miss that button. But it was a shot clock that they didn't start. Lane gets it. Emily Muse, feet set, threes up, no good. She just can't get one tonight. The shots are there. 28 seconds left. We're going to call a foul on Conway. Again, another hand check. They've been consistent with that all night.
Jayla Knight's come in and given a really good spark to the Lady Hornets tonight. It's good to see her playing this well.
She really has. She's done a great job, and from the very first play she entered the ball game, she went straight after that Conway defense. You got to love it. Edmondson, shot's not an air ball. That was blocked. That would have been typical of one of my jump shots without the block, but good defense. Emily Muse with the rebound. 12 seconds left. Gets it to Lauren. Good move, Lauren Lane. Great job. Ball just won't drop. That's 2 or 3 that she's had. 2 seconds left. Long three by Conway. Good. That's a kicker right there. Camille Brown. Long three. She hits it. You can tell the Lady Hornets are a little tired coming off the court. They fought back over that. 59-34 to finish the third quarter. The Lady Hornets are down.
Mark, what you saw there was you got to stop the ball when it's coming up the court. You got to stop the ball, especially when you know that your clock's running down there. Conway shooter was there, got her feet underneath her, and made an excellent shot. It looked good from the time it left her hands.
She did. She was a good shot and good play. Lady Hornets really fought back in that third quarter. Hopefully Finley will be back a little bit in the fourth quarter to keep that going. And you can see Hutchcraft starts off with one of the things we talked about is you wanted the Conway coach to put her starters back in, to pressure them a little bit. We've got it within 25 points. She's not comfortable starting the fourth quarter. She puts her starters back in. So it's that fight, it's that grit, trying to get back in it. That's what you wanted.
Yeah, and that's where that three-pointer right there by Conway kind of hurts you a little bit. You know, 22 sounds a whole lot better than 25. You've got some good things going for you. She hits that at the buzzer and takes a little bit of air out. But what you're still not going to see happen is the Lady Hornets give up. I think you're still going to see them have plenty of intensity for this fourth quarter.
And again, that's all you ask for when you get down that much to this good of a basketball team. I mean, the odds are the Lady Hornets are going to have a tough time coming back. I'm not going to Rick Schaefer it and say, yeah, the Hogs are just down by 63 points in the fourth quarter. All they need is 9 touchdowns. No, the Lady Hornets are probably not going to win this one, but they can fight to do their best to try to make it a game.
And we love Rick Schaefer, by the way.
I don't know. Yeah, that's you, Laster, not me. Too positive. Tell it like it is. Paris Atkins, great job down the lane. Paris, good strong move, hit those gaps in that defense, takes it straight to them. That's going to be Paris's 20 points tonight. Free throws up, no good. Conway rebound going the other way. Again, you know, we've talked about this all night tonight. Pass too long, going to be Bryant ball. I mean, you're looking out on the court right now with Conway. In about 3 years, that's going to be a college basketball team somewhere. I mean, they're going to be playing Division I basketball somewhere in the United States, most of these girls. And if you know anything about Division I athletics, that is a full ride to play basketball. I mean, as a parent, you don't pay a dime. That's how good of a ball player they are.
It sure is. And while we're talking about D1, we ought to give a shout out to the Lady Razorbacks with their big win last night over UConn. Huge win for that program.
That was incredible. UConn every year in women's basketball is the gold standard in women's basketball. I mean, they literally are the best program probably in the last 20 years. And for them to go to Arkansas, and Arkansas's had 4 or 5 losses this year, but it just shows you, man, if you can hit the three and you shoot well on any given night, that's the good thing. That's the thing I love about basketball. Anybody can win on any given night.
And Coach Neighbors is building a great program up there for Arkansas Lady basketball. And
good block, Paris Atkins on Scott. And Scott, good move down low. She really did a good job getting use on her hip. You can tell how good of a talent she is. Great block by Paris, though. And maybe some of these girls will end up playing for the Lady Backs. We've seen several of them so far this year for North Little Rock, Bryant. Jaylen went to save that ball, saves it right back to Conway. That was a little out of control. They kind of got a bailout foul on that one. I think Paris, they got her with the body just a little bit, but the Conway player was also out of control.
And Mark, are you surprised at all that it was Paris that was the one back defending that shot?
Man, she, like I said, we called it the dog of the night a couple of weeks ago, but really it's just, man, it's the 212 player of the night. It's Paris again. And she really is. She just going out every night, carrying the Lady Hornets on her back. 22 points tonight out of the 36. No telling how many rebounds and steals, because me and you both don't have the capabilities to keep up with all this at the same time. Rob Patrick does, but we're not Rob Patrick.
That's exactly right.
64-36. Lady Wampus Cats, 6:30 left in the ball game. Paris again, strong move down low. Conway still has their starters in because of the effort and how much what we're doing as far as just constantly putting pressure on them. She just doesn't feel comfortable taking them out at this point.
You know, so many teams, you get down by 28, 30 points, they're just going to, fold up shop. Never the Lady Hornets.
Nope, they don't. Says a lot about them. Really does. Long pass down the court. Edmondson was in a no-win situation on that, and Clardy recognized it, got it to Scott. Scott just lays it up. Finley back in the ball game after getting probably a little nosebleed earlier. Back to Edmondson. Conway doing a good job guarding the shooters. Paris looking for a gap. She gets by her man. Strong move, no good. Lauren is going to knock it out of bounds. (66-36). Conway up 30.
Paris Atkins is so good about changing speeds, changing directions, changing hands with the dribble. So good at getting to the rim.
I'm telling you, once she learns how to control that consistently, good move down the baseline, no good. Finley with the rebound going the other way. Good pass to Edmondson. Edmondson strong up, gets it blocked by Clardy as she goes up. Or Jaden Thomas blocked that. And again, Paris Atkins again, good pass down to Scott. I think that was a no call because, I mean, she barely bumped her. Probably not enough to call a foul on that, but
it goes back to what
basket up is good.
Yeah, it goes to what we said a little bit earlier, Mark. Whenever you're reaching and not able to move your feet, you're reacting and jumping at a player with your hands. Even if it's not a foul, you're going to get that called on you most of the time.
Yeah, you really are. Shots up, no good. Lauren with the rebound. Lady Hornets going the other way. It's just crazy. I saw last week in college football season starts back up February 6th. A lot of the smaller conferences are the ones that did not play in the spring are cranking it back up. A lot of the D2 schools in Arkansas Tech, Washington, I don't think that they're doing it. But you may be able to watch some football on ESPN. Super Bowl's coming up next weekend. Muse gets the Steele heading the other way. Back to Paris up top. Finley back up top for the Lady Hornets. 68-36, 4 minutes left. Oh, he wanted her to shoot it. Yeah, got to be careful. Yeah, they're going to get number 2 on Conway, Alex Jolivet, on the foul.
You know, you mentioned college football season starting up again in February, Mark, and that's good for the fans, especially fans like you and I who love to watch college football, but who I'm really happy for, the players and the coaches who worked very hard and didn't think they were going to be able to play any football due to COVID.
Yep.
But now they're going to be able to do that, so I'm happy as can be for them.
It is, and you know, both of us working in schools, and we've seen this from the very beginning, how crazy this has been, and it just feels good to sit here right now knowing how everything was basically a little over a year ago, and how things have been and how we've kind of migrated into it. So many people have worked hard just to sit here tonight and have 500 or 600 people in this arena to get to this point. And it's, you know, we've talked about this. It's wearing a mask. It's social distancing. We know those two things work, without a doubt. Lauren Lane, rebound, no good. Lady Cats having the ball going the other way. And hopefully we'll keep this up, be able to play all these sports, because you're right. These kids all deserve it. They're still kids. Shots no good. Muse reaching up. Shot goes in for Conway.
And, you know, we see what happens during the games, but that really doesn't tell the whole story, as you know, Mark. It goes back to off-season. It goes back to conditioning work that they have to do. It goes back to all the practices. You want to be able to see them play and have all that good work pay off.
Finley with the rebound, going the other way for the Lady Hornets, and that's true. And you talk about these parents, you know, they get up, take their kid to school every morning at 6 o'clock, 6:30 for these practices, and you want to see your kid compete. You want to see all of those things, and that doesn't matter where it's choir, band, all the things our kids compete in. You hate to see all that hard work and they don't get the competition aspect out of it. Finley shots up, no good. That's the beauty, as slowly as we're working back into this, and hopefully things are going to open back up more, that we're going to get to see more and more of these things, baseball and just the more normal things that we're all ready for. We're lucky to live in Arkansas too. I mean, we have been pretty blessed. Good job, Paris Atkins, on another steal, taking it down. Good. 25 points for Paris tonight. Minute 20 left. Lady Hornets down 70-39. Good pass inside, number 30. Good assist for number 30. Lacey Larkins down into Haley Malcolm. Paris gets it back. Long three. Edmondson, no good. Muse gets the rebound. Chases it down. Lady Hornets still fighting. A minute left. Finley, good strong drive. They're going to call the foul on Conway. She'll be shooting 2 shots. And if you're wondering why the clock is running, it's because we're under the sportsmanship rule. Once you get up by more than 30 in the second half, I think in football it's 35, in basketball it's 30. It's the sportsmanship rule, and they continue running the clock for the rest of the ball game. The only time it would stop is during a timeout. Finley shots up, no good. Conway with the rebound. And as this ball game ends right here, she steps out of bounds. It's going to be Bryant's ball. Like I said, stay tuned. We'll take about a 10-minute break, which you probably needed after listening to us for the last hour. Rest your ears, get ready, because this next ball game, I promise you, is not going to be a 72-39 ball game. Shots up, no good by Paris. Good rebound, getting it back. No foul, which with 3 seconds left, they're probably not going to call it unless somebody's arm comes off. All right, and that's it. 72-39. Lady Wampus Cats, guys, they're for real. They really are. Probably a team that, as the high school basketball season progresses, you're going to hear have a chance to play for a state championship. And it's been a lot of fun. Lady Hornets, like I said, worked hard and gave it their best effort tonight. You just got beat by a better team. Coming up, you have the Bryant Lady Hornets going to be the Bryant Hornets versus the Conway Wampus Cats. It should be a great game. And we'll catch you guys back in about 15 minutes to start the boys basketball game. Welcome back to Friday Night Basketball at Hornet Arena, one of the nicest on-campus facilities in the state of Arkansas. We got a good ball game tonight, Jeremy Laster. It's going to be Conway versus Bryant. It's always fun to watch that in football. And then tonight in basketball, the same way. These two guys are going to go after each other.
They really are, Mark. And we talk about what the Bryant Hornet needs to do to win tonight. You know, they had a 7-point second-half lead against North Little Rock, but North Little Rock was able to force some turnovers, go on a 17-2 run, and end up winning by 8. We had cold shooting the other night against North Little Rock, so they got to do a better job of shooting the ball. So a couple of keys to the game is to shoot better from three-point range, reduce your turnovers. We can't give Conway any big runs. Got to calm that down a little bit. And then we got to continue to be able to give Cameron Hunter some help. We need to get more folks in double figures tonight for the Hornets.
Yep, Conway, and what you're going to notice about them is they're going to look a lot like we do. They do have a big man underneath, as Rob Patrick is making the call right now, number 25, who's about to say him right now, Jayden Williams, 6'5". He played offensive tackle, a little bit of tight end for the Conway football team, and he's going to Ole Miss next year to play football, so he is a high-level athlete. And then as Rob comes out and does the starting lineup for the Hornets, we're going to have a freshman by the name of Drake Fowler starting for us tonight. We've seen Drake play, and he played last week against Cabot when we just decimated Cabot here. But Drake had a big night. He was all over the place. He was him and number 3, Cade Ruffner. In fact, I think Ruffner's the guy that basically was our 212 player of the night. They had a good weekend.
Drake Fowler is only a freshman, Mark, so a lot of good days ahead of him.
Gavin Brunson did a good job. Of course, our dude, man, the guy that really is the key to our basketball team, Cameron Hunter, number 10. One of the things we've talked about this all year. Last year, you're the one who talked about this. If we're going to be really good, state championship good, we know that Cameron's going to get his. It's who else is going to help Cameron get his. That's right.
The other night at North Little Rock, your favorite offensive lineman and mine, Big Will Diggins, he had 11 points and 10 boards. He had a double-double. We need that out of him tonight. We need that out of him every game. And then Gavin Brunson, you just mentioned him just a second ago. He's given great minutes the last few games for the Hornets.
He had some fantastic moves the other night on the block against Cabot. It's going to be a little harder, though, when you're doing it against a 6-foot guy than a 6'5" SEC football player in Jayden Williams. So it's going to be a little fun to see how that goes. But it's going to be a fun game to watch. And Williams and Cam Hunter going up at it. Conway gets the tip. And this should be an exciting night of basketball right here as these two teams go after each other. Again, last year, Conway got a share of the state title last year. Williams takes it up. Big Will Diggins did a good job on defense, keeping it from happening. Drake Fowler's going to be bringing the ball up the court. Drake, very athletic, very fast. Again, just a freshman. Cam Hunter, great pass to Ruffner underneath. Great job getting it, catching it, turning it around, and scoring. Great job by Ruffner.
Good start for the Hornets.
Yeah, that really was. That was a great play. Man-to-man for the Hornets out top. Conway, good shooting ball club. They're going to go into Williams, kind of go through that, and then just what you're seeing is attack off those gaps. Going to call that on the floor. I thought he walked before they called the foul, but we've seen this, and it should be on the floor. That should be a shooting call, but they call that shooting the ball now. That was on the floor if they called the foul on it, but we're going to have to go with it shooting 2.
Looks like they gave him the basket too, Mark.
They gave him the basket with it. Okay, I see why Abrahamson looks a little upset. Fowler gets the rebound. That was number 1, DJ Lockhart for Conway, a junior. Ruffner gets it back up top. Ruffner, excellent shooter, really played well, has been playing well. Cameron's been playing well all year. Big Will Diggins jumper no good on the corner. Conway going the other way. Strong move, no good. Diggins with the rebound, back to Fowler. Bryant setting up the offense. And again, we've talked about this. The key is Cameron Hunter's going to get his 20. Who's going to get 10, 12? Those things to take that pressure off Cameron. Fowler long 3, no good. Big Will with the rebound, no good. Gavin Brunson fighting for it. Back to Big Will. Cameron Hunter with the 3. Again, no good, but Fowler, good rebound. Hornets really crashing the boards. Just out jumping Conway. Had the right idea. Fowler just wasn't ready for the cut off the pass. And sometimes those no-look, baseline, quick passes like that, even though you think they're open, Cam might need to slow down on those because those are hard for anybody to catch a cut on.
What I'm seeing out of Fowler is a lot of the same things we saw out of Paris Atkins in the game earlier. He's always around the basketball, and that's how you get to play as a freshman.
That's right. And hustle, and he does that. Conway moving the ball, good shooter move, no good. Brunson with the rebound to Cam Hunter. Cam's going to push it. Again, Conway man-to-man. Bryant's going to try to exploit that off screens and cuts. Just right there. Take it to the hole. Again, we've seen this consistent. We saw this same crew in the girls' game. If they call hand checking, and there's going to be some times tonight you're going to think, man, that's not really even a foul, but they're consistently calling it if they think that one player's getting advantage over the other. Big wheel down low, good pass. He's going to be fouled on the play. Almost went in. Will, we talked about one of my favorite offensive linemen, but then again, and I've been calling the ball games at Bryant for a long time, man. I love an offensive lineman to track off that line of scrimmage and point at somebody he's going to try to knock down. There's just something about that. Just warms your heart whenever you see an offensive lineman do that.
And Will Diggins is particularly good at that.
Yep. I remember several times this year him pull blocking and pointing to somebody he was going to go get. And I saw a couple of times just people they just laid down in front of him. They were like, look, it's not worth it.
Well, smart move on their part.
Diggins free throws up a good. Hornets up 32, 5 minutes, 30 seconds left. Good cutoff by Fowler. Conway long three out top. And it went in for DJ Lockhart, but he didn't call it off the bank. So they're going to go ahead and let him have it. But
wouldn't have counted on the playground, but it counts tonight.
It does. Counts in a real game. 5-3 Conway after the three. They've really upped their defense. You can see, just like the girls, they picked it up. And they're going to call another foul up top. They're going to call the hand check up top on 12. We've called it all night. And what hand checking is, if you're guarding the offensive player and you use your hands to try to guide them or keep them from moving or have their hands on them when they dribble, this crew anyway, they call it. And so you're going to see that probably on both sides tonight. And really, you just got to adjust. You just got to tell your kids, don't touch them. Move your feet, keep your body in the way, and don't touch them because they're calling it both ways. Cory Nichols into the game, Ruffner, baseline, back to Cory. Three by Cory. Good. Cory Nichols. Good shot. Nice to see him get going.
And that's a hard thing to do, is come right off the bench and nail your first shot like that.
Good defense by Fowler up top to Williams down low. Good strong move down low by number 30 of Conway, Cory Duncan. Had Ruffner on his hip, and he did a good job taking it straight at it. Ruffner taking it strong against Williams, didn't call it. Big Will didn't get the rebound. He had him off his feet, did everything he was supposed to, just didn't get the call. Shot up, no good by Conway. Lockhart with a little force on that one. Cory Nichols going the other way for the Hornets. Back down to Fowler to Nichols. Hit his first one. He was looking for it. Nichols is going to set it up. You can see so far Cam 7-6 Hornets. Three by Cam up, no good. Big Jayden Williams for the rebound. Will Dickens, good job fighting for it. Ball goes out of bounds.
Well, you're seeing Cam miss his first 2 3-point attempts. So what you're hoping to see is him to put the ball on the floor, maybe get something going off the dribble, get around his man like he's so good at, and then get something right at the basket.
See, Cameron's going to be playing at University of Central Arkansas next year. Go Bears in basketball. They're building that program up. Boogie from I remember his name from the Conway football team. Boogie is fast. I'm sure he's just as fast on the basketball court. Good strong move by number 30, Cory Duncan, 6'1" junior. He's come into the game and immediately a little left-hand jumper. Had 4 quick points. Ruffner, 3, and Ruffner, excellent shot by number 3, Cade Ruffner.
That's a good sign for the Hornets. You got some people shooting well from the outside.
9 all. 3 minutes, 15 seconds left in the first period. Tie game. Boogie Carr up top. You're probably going to hear me say Boogie Carr a lot because I just love the name Boogie Carr. It's a great athletic name. Should have named my son Boogie. We went with the safe name Cameron. Shot up good for Conway. Number 2, Rome Fields with a shot.
One of the things Coach A is going to want his players to do is to limit the second chance opportunities that Conway's getting right now. Right now, Conway's got a big advantage on the glass. Gets him a lot of easy putbacks, or what you see right now, Mark, somebody at the line shooting 2.
And a lot of what you just saw, though, those are hustle rebounds and hustle plays. Their guards are just getting after it. Wherever the ball's at, their guards are jumping, getting it. And then, of course, they get that shot up, get a foul on it. Shots up, no good. 11-9. Conway up 2, 2:50 left. Aiden Adams into the ball game for the Hornets with Schroeder, Austin Schroeder. Aiden's an excellent three-point shooter. He's kind of been on a slump lately, and all it takes is one to get you back in it. Back to Schroeder. Schroeder with the 3. Up, no good. Nichols taps the rebound, though, and knocks it out of bounds, going the other way. Good hustle by Cory. I thought Schroeder's ball looks good all the way, just rimmed out. Again, fast guards in the ball game for Conway. Cory Nichols, a great good ball defender. Luckily didn't get a charge on that. Well, for them, that should have been a charge when you see him shove off like that. Hornets have a size advantage. They just need to keep them from driving. Williams down low. He stepped on the baseline. Going to be out of bounds. I'll tell you what, though, from Conway's side, Karan Duncan, he's coming to the basketball game. He's physical. He gets after it. I mean, he goes to the basket.
He does. He's given them quite the spark, and he almost had one there if he hadn't stepped on the end line.
We did a good job on defense just then, because what you try to do when somebody tries to take that baseline, you own that paint, so you make them try to go around you. You don't give them any room. They did a good job. Schroeder did a good job on defense on that end. Adams up top, swinging it to Cory. It's already hitting 1 3 and no good on the second one. Long Fields up for Conway for the rebound. Boogie Carr has got it on the left side to Williams. Good man-to-man defense for the Hornets, denying the ball up top. Not wanting Conway to drive. Good defense, Hornets. Good job, Big Will Diggins fighting for that rebound. Cory Nichols gets it going the other way. Good defense for the Hornets. Back to Adams up top to Schroeder to Adams. Aiden needs this one to go in. Shot up, no good, just rims out. Had a good look at it, set his feet. It just went in and out. Aiden will get one of those. Again, Aiden's going to be playing D1 baseball next year. Excellent pitcher. He's always been a good athlete. Then big side move inside, no good for Conway. Duncan shots no good. Adams with the rebound. Cory Nichols sets it up for the Hornets on offense. Notice that Cameron's not in the game right now. Schroeder come off the cut. Ball goes out of bounds. If you go to a Hornet football game, it's quite an experience at times because there's not any control over the press box at all. And if you listen to the music or wondered who in the world's playing the music, well, it's Aiden Adams' dad. We affectionately call him DJ Timmy, but we always try to let people know he's not affiliated with the Bryant School District. He just does it out of the goodness of his own heart.
And we'll say it again, DJ Timmy is not affiliated with the Bryant School District.
Nope. None of his music is approved at all, but we still have fun with it. It's a good atmosphere. Boogie Carr with a foul up top. Got a little push off. Good defense by the Hornets. They've really picked it up on defense. They're moving their feet. They're very active. 11-9 right now. 2-point ball game, 37 seconds left in the first period.
You wanted to see Cameron Hunter get some help in this game. You did not want to see Cameron Hunter almost scoreless at the end of the first quarter, so it's going to be important for the Hornets to get him on track.
But the good thing about him being almost scoreless is the fact that it's a 2-point ball game.
That's right.
So we're doing a good job of staying in it. Again, Adams back up top, getting it down to Hunter. Good swing. Schroeder, long 3 from the corner, no good. Big Will keeps it alive. Good job, good spin move. Cory Nichols with the left hand just will not drop. Good defense. I mean, Good job, Cory Nichols. Again, Hornets get another rebound. Good move, Cameron Hunter. Shot up good with a three. Great move. Right before the first quarter, and I thought that had a chance to go for a second by Conway. But great job, Cory Nichols. Hornets up one. They did an excellent job. And I'll tell you, they're doing a great job on defense. Offense, they just can't get any shots going. They're getting the shots, but if they start dropping, we're going to score a lot of points fast.
Yeah, you got to stay confident in your shot. You know it feels good. You know it looks good. You got to keep shooting. It's going to start falling. And when one shot falls, 2, 3, and 4 shot falls. It doesn't have to be the same player either. Sometimes if one player gets hot, it's contagious for the rest of your team.
It really is. And you saw that, and we talked about the women's basketball game the other night when Arkansas was playing UConn the other night in women's basketball. One person got hot for Arkansas, then all of a sudden it seemed like everybody on their team started busting threes.
Momentum is real in sports, particularly in basketball.
Yep. It is a living, breathing object. I mean, if you've played sports before and watched sports all your life, you know, man, one team can be up by 15 points in the second half and then all of a sudden go down and they'll make some bonehead play or they'll lose the ball out of bounds and give the other team an open three, and you're sitting there thinking, oh, man, they kind of – you could just see the momentum change and everything else. And the one thing you've noticed in this ballgame tonight, Bryant's not having to work hard to get open shots. We're getting open shots. Conway's having to work at everything to get an open shot, and I think that may make a difference later on in this basketball team game. If Bryant starts making shots, it's going to be tough for Conway to be able to beat us. Again, back up. Cameron Hunter gets it to Adams in the corner. Conway's still doing a good job. They get out on him as quick as they can. They're looking to double-team Cameron. Good shot by Cameron. Good job. There's not much you can do about that. Beautiful left-hand jumper. Controls his body when he does it. And that's going to be a little bailout foul right there. DJ Lockhart going strong. Aiden was moving a little bit on the shot. That's kind of one of those where you kind of get caught in between. You can't really stop yourself, and you can't really body the player up. You end up getting moving with it, and they call the foul.
Well, at all levels of basketball, coaches will tell offensive players that when you're going to the basket, go strong.
Yep.
And that's one of the main reasons. If you don't get the two, you may get the benefit of the foul there.
That's right. That's why they go so hard to the basket. Shots up good by Lockhart. 14-13 Hornets. Start of the second quarter. Again, we've noticed Bryant all night. They just cannot get a whole lot of buckets to fall. But right here, Aiden Adams from the corner. Shots up good. Aiden Adams, just what he needed. Good three. He had the look. The first one almost went down. The second one did for Aiden. 17-13 Hornets.
Sorry, Mark. That won't be his last one tonight.
No, you can see that. The confidence, a lot of the times you can just see a shooter, and they just need that confidence. Shot up, no good. Aiden with the rebound for the Hornets, and Cory Nichols moving on the offensive end. Back to Adams. Good steal. Rome Fields with the steal. And they're going to get Bryant on the foul.
Probably a good foul there for the Hornets because Bookie Carr was wide open for a layup if that play continued.
Yep. Getting 17-13 for the Hornets, 14 fouls for the Hornets, 5 for Conway. You get to that 6th foul, you start shooting 1 and 1. 10, you start shooting 2. DJ Lockhart out top for Conway. Hornets in the man-to-man defense. Drake Fowler's back in the game. Good switching just then. Good job, Cameron Hunter on defense, but boy, that's a frustrating call right there. That really is. And what's frustrating about that, it was good defense. He blocked it. The worst thing you want is that late call. There's nothing that frustrates you more than that.
Well, and the other frustrating part of that is Cameron Hunter played that exactly the way that you're coached to play it. He went straight up. They bailed the Conway player out. There's just no other way to say it.
Free throws up, no good. You can see Abrahamson. It's frustrating because you sit there and you see that, and the ball had come back down, and we were moving the other way, and then they call the foul. It's like the late flag in football. It's just one of those frustrating things. If you can't control it, you just got to keep playing. Free throw up, no good. So it worked out in Hornets' way. Cameron Hunter clears it to Drake Fowler. Drake going the other way, strong, good pass to Will Diggins. Up and good for the Hornets. 19-13 Hornets. Good job, Drake Fowler, using that speed.
That's a different year than what we've seen from Drake Fowler.
Yeah, really is. Good defense by the Hornets. Keeping Williams out. Good job, Will Diggins. Making Conway work hard for every shot. Nothing's easy for him. That's what you want. Pick that dribble up. Good defense. And he got a foul right there.
Sure was.
It's going to be a charge. That foul's going to be against Conway. I thought for a second she said 10 it was going to be against Cameron Hunter, and I was scared there was going to be some like dumpster fires real quick if that happened.
Great defensive possession by the Hornets there. They ended up frustrating the Wampus Cats, and that's what you see happens. When you play good defense, when you're right in your man's face, a lot of times you're going to get a frustration-type call like that on the offense.
Well, we talked about this at the very beginning of the quarter, and again, it's 19-13, it's timeout Conway, is that Conway's having to work for every shot on the offensive end. I mean, they're having to struggle to get a good shot off. On the other end, Bryant's not having to struggle as much. We're getting the looks, we just haven't made it. And what happens with that, when you see that, it tells you we're better on defense than they are offensively. And so if we start hitting, they're going to have a tough time coming back.
And you're hopeful that we are going to continue to keep heating up there from three. We've hit some big shots there in the quarter so far. And our shooters, hopefully they'll continue to have their confidence grow and knock some of those down.
Yeah, they're doing a good job. It's a good ball game. Again, Conway is well coached, and so they're gonna definitely make some adjustments real quick on offense. And it's sort of like the girls' game. You can make offensive adjustments, but if you don't have the athletes that can outplay the athletes on the other end, those adjustments a lot of the times don't help. So we're going to hopefully see Bryant extend this lead out coming out after the timeout. Conway they're going to be making not only some offensive adjustments but some defensive adjustments to try to keep Bryant from getting good looks. Cory Nichols gets the ball inbound to him from Fowler. Gabe George into the game for the Hornets. Back out to Cameron Hunter, and George, he's a shooter. Good job, Cameron, getting that pass just then. Yeah, he actually could. I think Cameron in that situation could have dribbled the basketball. Conway going to the other end. Lockhart's going to set it up. Hornets staying in that man-to-man defense. It's worked. They're making Conway work for everything. Hornets doing a good job of switching. And Big Will doing a good job of staying back. Drake Fowler with the big block on Williams. Going the other way, and you said earlier, Fowler's got a gear to it. Big Will taking it strong, up and good.
Here's that momentum we talked about moving in the Hornets' direction.
21-13 Hornets, 5 minutes left in the second period. And Conway thought they had a turnover there. Back and they do. Fowler gets it. Sloppy play by Conway. Cory Nichols with a three. No good. I think Cory probably should have taken that to the basket. He had a wide open lane. I don't think Abrahamson, you can tell, he's kind of shaking his head on that one. He's like, look, you got a wide open lane, you got to take it. Good defense by Cory. Got Fowler to jump. Boogie Carr with the three, no good. Williams back up. He's going to get the foul on Big Will on that one. They both went up for it, and you got two big bodies like that going up, there's going to be movement, and they call the foul.
Well, Jayden Williams had good position there, and there's nothing that Big Will could do on that one.
That was just O-line. That was offensive tackle versus offensive tackle on that one. Williams at the free throw line. He's an Ole Miss signee in football.
Sometimes, Marks, we ought to give a shout-out to our loyal fans who are watching us online. We want to give a shout-out tonight to Lane Smith. He is the pride of the Hector Wildcats.
Hector Wildcats.
Tuning in tonight.
Cory Nichols out top. I'll ask where Hector is in a minute. I don't really know where Hector's at. I've heard of it. Oh, great pass. Good job, Cory Nichols. Gavin Brunson in the right stop. Cory got stopped on the defensive end by Williams and did a great job of controlling himself. An excellent job. Going to be a call on the baseline. Can't tell if they're calling that on. They're calling that on Gabe George. They must have got him on hold when he was coming through. And that's going to be 1-1 for Conway. Up 23-16 right now over Conway. Again, that's one of those calls we've seen consistently on both sides. As those players come through, if you use your hands or whatever, hold them or whatever, they call it. And that's been a focus all night long, and they've been consistent with it. DJ Lockhart at the line. He's got 9 points now for Conway. 23-18, Hornets up 5 with 3 minutes and 50 seconds left. Cameron Hunter's going to be bringing the ball up for the Hornets. Conway's going to trap. Hornets do a good job of getting out of it, leaving George in the open on the wing, and the jumper is up and good. Gabe George, great job, ball movement by the Hornets, and get a wide open three. Hornets on the other end. That was a travel. They didn't call it.
Travel and a carry.
Yeah, they did. They could have. That was dealer's choice. You could choose whether you wanted it up top or down low.
He just got a little out of control there. Played a little too fast.
26-18 Hornets. 3 minutes, 30 seconds left. Conway again, they changing things up on defense, trying to slow Bryant down. Boogie Carr staying close to Cameron Hunter. Good job, Cory Nichols with hands. Back up top to Drake. Drake driving the lane. Surprised they didn't call that. They're letting them play inside. Conway's got the ball on the other end. DJ Lockhart's pretty much been the offense for Conway, number 1 with the ball right now. Back to Williams down low. Gavin doing the best he can. Good job. Ball off the rim. Cameron Hunter, great pass to Gavin Brunson. Good shot. Excellent pass by Cameron Hunter. Gavin Brunson doing a good job running the lanes. Catch it up for the left-hand layup. Hornets up 10, 2 minutes, 30 seconds left.
That's a push.
And that's going to be a push again. That's the second time they've got Boogie Carr on that. Excuse me, that's Troy Wiseman, number 12. I just keep, it's Boogie Carr. I just love that name. But that was Troy Wiseman on that one. Number 12. You just have to extend that left arm just a little bit. They're blowing that whistle quick on that. Hunter out top to Cory. Called that a travel. I actually thought they were going to call that on the floor against Conway. Guess he must have moved his foot before. DJ Lockhart bringing the ball up for Conway. Lockhart's got 9 points out of their 18. Hornets up 10, 2 minutes left. Wiseman out top. Boogie Carr, number 5. DJ Lockhart out top. Jumper's good. And I think they called that a 3.
All right.
That was a 2. His foot was on the line. But they called it
That's
a 3.
being generous, Mark.
Yep. Yeah, I didn't see the 3 on that. Good move, Drake Fowler. Shots up. Oh, you hate to miss it after a good move like that. That ball should go out of bounds against Conway. I think Boogie Carr thought that Bryant had touched it. Oh, no, sorry. They gave it to Conway.
Well, Drake Fowler played the last defensive possession very well. He had a hand in his face. It was just a tough shot. It wasn't a 3, but it still was a tough shot.
Defense out top. Williams down low. Strong inside player. Cameron gets the steal going the other way for the Hornets. Drake Fowler with the 3, and it's good. Drake Fowler with the 3 off the pass from Hunter. 31-21.
Only a matter of time, Mark. His shot looks too good not to get those.
That was a beautiful shot. Hornets up 10, a minute left before half. And I think they called Jayden Williams down low. He was pushing Gavin Brunson around and been a little bit too physical. And sometimes when you have a big guy like Jaylen, sometimes they don't like those little guys pushing and shoving on them, and they use that strength to get them off of them. They called that one. Jaylen's not very happy about it. they're getting all the fouls right. 17 fouls for Conway. 17 fouls for the Hornets. 18 fouls for Conway. Hornets have inbound of the ball going the other end. Cory Nichols has it. Drake Fowler with a big three on the other end a while ago. Cameron Hunter bringing the ball up the court. Cameron's only got 5 points. Gabe George, strong move, gets it blocked. They're going to call a foul on the body. It was clean up top, but they got him on the body. It was a good, strong move by George.
We've talked about it before. You get a good, strong move going toward the basket like that, especially if you can get the other defender in the air. You'll have a good chance of getting that foul call.
That was a good, George, like you said earlier, George took it hard to the basket. You get that call sometimes. Free throws up and good. Hornets up 12, 55 seconds left before half.
If you're afraid of getting that shot blocked, good things aren't going to happen.
No,
he was not afraid.
You can't play with fear. And second free throw again, good by George. The Hornets going to press. They back off of it. Stay in that man-to-man. It's worked tonight. Conway has struggled all night long to get a shot off. Good long shot, no good. Rebounded by number 10, Ridge Scroggin. He's going to be shooting too. Most of Conway's offense tonight is going through their point guard, DJ Lockhart. Again, he's got 11 points. And sometimes those threes are hard. When a three bounces off a rim like that and goes high, that's really an advantage toward the offensive team. Shots up no good, going the other way. George gets it. Fowler again, good move. Fowler's just real quick, shifty again, just a freshman. Moving the ball around, looking for an open look. You got Cameron Hunter down low. Good left hand flip, no good. Went for the flop. They didn't get it. Conway's moving the other way. Shot up by number 12, Wiseman's no good. Ball's going to go out of bounds. Jayden Williams couldn't control it. 11 seconds.
Sorry, Mark. Cameron Hunter had good position there.
He did, and Williams just couldn't get past it. 5 seconds left for the Hornets. Hunter's going to take the last shot. Long three. Bounces in and out. No good. 33-20 now at halftime. Been a good ball game. The Hornets have played well on the offensive end. They just can't get enough baskets, or they haven't hit enough baskets yet to really blow the game open. So we're going to see how this second half progresses, and we'll be back in about 12 minutes. It's Mark Scarlett, Jeremy Laster from Hornet Arena. You're listening to Hornet Basketball. We are back at Hornet Arena for the second half of Bryant versus Conway in high school men's basketball. And it should be a good ball game in the second half. Jeremy Laster, we talked about the beginning of the game, how the key to the game was the fact that we know Cameron Hunter's going to get his, and we had to have people step up and help Cameron out. He's only got 5 points, and we're up 13 going into the second half.
Mark, that's exactly right. You look at the scoring column for Bryant, and you see that you have Drake Fowler with 3, Cory Nichols with 3, Cameron Hunter with 5, Gavin Brunson with 4, Gabe George with 5. And then you get all kinds of good contributions from Will Diggins. This is the kind of balanced scoring that the Hornets have needed for the last few games so that a team can't just focus on Cameron Hunter.
That's it. And that's exactly what you have to be able to win in this conference when you've got North Little Rock and several of Little Rock Central. You've got teams like Conway that played for the state championship last year. You can't do it with one guy. There's no way, because these teams are too good and they're too well coached. They won't let one guy beat them. They have to have multiple people beat them.
That's exactly right.
Did a good job doing that tonight.
And a lot of times you've seen for Cameron Hunter tonight when he starts to take the ball to the basket, what you see is they're double teaming him. And he's doing a smart job by just stepping back and taking advantage of his open shots that way. He's not forcing the issue into that double team. But make no mistake about it, Conway knows who they're going to have to guard this second half.
Conway starting back, original starting lineup like the Hornets. Wiseman gets it off to DJ Lockhart. We'll see if that Hornet intensity increases or stays the same in the second half. Not sure if they didn't start the shot clock or something, but we're going to re-inbound the ball. Again, Hornets up 13 to start the second half. DJ Lockhart, number 1, he's pretty much been the offensive production for Conway. Good defense by Gavin Brunson. Lockhart, long 3 out top, no good. Cameron Hunter gets the rebound. Good defense by the Hornets. Down low to Brunson. Brunson, good strong move. Oh, and misses the shot. But does a good job to fight for his rebound to keep it open. Good job. Ball's going to go out of bounds and stay with the Hornets. A little sloppy, and that's tough. Brunson turned around and hit that shot, and when he turns around, there's nobody there, and that's a hard shot to make. We've said this many a times, man. People think, oh, you got to hit that little 3-footer. Sometimes those are the hardest shots to hit.
That's exactly right. A lot of times you'd rather have somebody in your face when you're trying to shoot that shot.
It just causes you to think too much. Fowler back out top, really played well. Fowler, a freshman, gets it to Cade Ruffner, long 3 out top, good. Ruffner, smooth shot. Cade Ruffner, junior, 6'3", good looking 3. Hornets up 16, doing a good job defense. Gavin Brunson forced the shot. Traylon McClure goes in.
The Hornets are doing a good job of making the Wampus Cats pick their poison tonight. If we keep shooting threes well, Cameron Hunter's going to be able to drive right down the middle of that defense before long.
Yep. They were going to have to leave it open. Big Will shot goes up, no good. McClure with the rebound going the other way for Conway. Probably carried just then. They didn't call it. Shot up, no good. Jayden Williams gets it. Good defense by Big Will. That was just a good spin move and a little right-hand jumper. Drake Fowler gets it man-to-man. In fact, Conway's going man-to-man full court. Being a little bit more aggressive on defense, picking it up. Fowler does a good job taking it down the court, and they're going to call the foul on 5. Boogie Carr.
That's what you like to see offensively when a defense is picking you up man-to-man over half court. Take it right at them. Make them pay for that decision.
And again, they've called that hand checking all night long. Cameron Hunter gets it into Gavin. Gavin, strong move. Gets it back out top to Fowler. Again, you're having to defend the whole court. Bryant's got a lot of shooters in there. Ruffner back out top again with another 3 in and out. No good. Traylon McClure with the rebound going the other way. Gets it back out. 3 from the corner. No good. Drake Fowler. I'm surprised they didn't call that. Drake Fowler got the rebound, but Williams hit him pretty good and knocked the ball out of bounds. Bryant's got the ball. Hunter bringing the ball up the court. Hornets up 12. 5:40 left in the third period. 36-24. They're going to call that foul on number 12, Troy Wiseman. Same thing we've seen all night. You body them up, put your hands on them. They're calling it.
Well, and Coach A's done a good job, with 12 guarding Cameron Hunter. He's got a size advantage. Cameron Hunter can play any position on the court. Cameron Hunter goes right down to the block, and 12 can't handle him down there.
And that's what causes teams so many matchup problems with Montgomery, because you said it. Man, he can play any position on the court, and then he'll body up. He's strong. He'll body your guards up down low. Fowler, 3 from the corner, no good. Hunter with the rebound. Gets it back out to Fowler. Drake, good job controlling it. Hornets doing a good job on offense. They're just hustling, and they're going to call Wiseman again with a foul. Same thing, Wiseman can't guard it.
Well, that's tough on anybody
Yep.
to guard a player like Cameron Hunter when he can take you inside or outside. But he gets you down on the block like that, it's no man's land for a defensive player.
That really is about the only thing you can do is play behind him. Play behind him, keep your hands up, make him shoot that jumper. Big wheel down low, good job getting it out to Drake, to Cory. Hornets just doing a good job moving the ball, looking for the open man. Back out to Drake. Drake with the 3. Good for Drake Fowler. He's played a good ball game tonight.
So Cameron Hunter drives, 3 Conway players collapse on him, leaves the man open for 3.
39-24, Hornets up 15. Good drive, Ruffner. That was a clean block right there. I think she saw body with a big wheel. Ruffner, though, I don't think Ruffner didn't touch much with ball on that one. If there was anything, it was on the body. But it's 2 shots for Conway. Again, Hornets up 15, 4 minutes, 45 seconds left in the third period. And Ron Fields at the line. First one's good. DJ Lockhart back in for Conway. Cade Swindle coming out. Ruffner coming back out for Bryant. Schroeder coming in, Austin Schroeder. Played free safety for the Hornets this year. Shots up, no good. Cameron with the rebound to Schroeder. Bryant's going to spread the floor and attack. Drake Fowler's played good. Good drive. Big Will's got it taken away from him by Boogie Carr.
Good steal.
And Cameron Hunter with a great steal with the body. Good shot. 41-25 Hornets. Great play, Cameron Hunter. Williams down low, Big Will, good job trying to spread it out, but Big Will played great defense on him. Shot missed to Hunter. The Fowler for the, he went for it. Cory Nichols doing a good job of attacking. You could see Fowler tonight, his confidence is way up. I mean, he's hit a couple of threes tonight, and you can see it in him. He's wanting to hit that shot. The freshman from the corner again, no good, but he's looking for it.
That's okay. These are good minutes for a freshman. He's playing well. He should be confident in the way he's playing.
They should call that a travel, and that's what I thought they were going to do. I was going to be surprised if they called it a foul. Hornets up 16, 41-25, 3 minutes, 30 seconds left in the third period. Good defense by the Hornets. Aiden Adams back in the ball game. Going to inbound the ball. Hornets got to move, though.
Yep.
That was Cameron on that one. He may be pointing at Aiden, but that was him. What he should have done, he had the lane. All he had to do was turn around and start moving with it. But he moved it back to Aiden. Aiden's coming back onto the court. Kind of an unforced error. Good job, Big Will. Goes off Jayden Williams' hands. Good job, Big Will. He knew it right off the bat. Big Will's had a big game tonight.
He has 2 big games right in a row for Will Diggins.
Conway going full court, man-to-man, trying to do anything to kind of give them a spark. Chasing Cameron Hunter. Good pass, good job to Big Will Diggins.
Nothing gets you out of a full court press faster than that.
That's it. Keep the ball in the middle of the court. You outrun everybody, and it's an easy dump pass. Boogie Carr, good move inside the lane. Shot up good.
Boogie Carr giving them a spark like he did in the first half.
Again, Cameron Hunter just sizing up whoever's guarding him. He pretty much is going to be able to take anybody that they put on him tonight. Aiden Adams, wide open three. Aiden drifted on that one. What I mean by that is when you shoot it, you go straight up, straight down. He drifted a little bit to the right, so the ball went a little bit to the right. Shot up, no good. Call a quick foul. Roman Fields going to be shooting 2 for Conway. And that's what any young player is. You learn how to shoot the basketball and stuff is you keep yourself squared up, keep your shoulders squared up to the rim, go straight up, straight down. Anytime you get up and you shoot and then you start moving as you shoot, that ball is going to move with you. First free throw is no good. Gavin Brunson back in, giving Will Diggins a rest. Cameron Hunter getting a rest. 2:28 left in the third quarter. Hornets up 16. Good ball game tonight for Bryant. Scary thing about it is if we shot better, we could be even up bigger than what we are now. Fields' second free throw is up and good. Schroeder's going to bring the ball in for the Hornets. Conway in that man-to-man. Gabe George, good job to recognize that ball was loose. Gets it to Adams. Good move, Aiden, down on the baseline. Gets it stolen. Boogie Carr going the other way. And Hornets do a good job stealing. Cory Nichols and Schroeder, good defense.
Great hustle there by the Hornets. Didn't give up on it.
They're doing a great job tonight, just getting after it. Adams in the corner, long three, no good. Schroeder, good, strong rebound. Back over to Adams. Again, it's all confidence shooting. Aiden, once he gets that confidence back, he's going to be a huge weapon for the Hornets. Minute 40 left. Hornets up 15. DJ Lockhart with the ball out top over to Carr. Boogie trying to get around Gabe George. Can't do it. I don't know if the Conway coach called the foul or the referee's calling the foul on that. They called it a travel, though. Even though the Conway coach is doing an excellent job of showing him where the foul was.
We might not get the ball back from the Conway coach.
He's going to give it to somebody else. And he said, hey, it was my bad. He thought he saw the foul, but it was a good job. He's an entertaining guy, man. I love watching him.
He is. He really is.
Who was the old guy at Villanova for years? Raleigh Massimino. Watching Raleigh Massimino, man. He was just like, I don't know. I don't even know how he survived. I just waited for him to like die in the middle of each game because he'd just be so into it.
Villanova played St. John's and Louis Carnesecca.
Oh, my gosh.
It was always a great Monday night in the Big East.
Nothing like Chris Mullen's short shorts. Any of y'all that weren't born in the 1960s and 70s and didn't watch the Big East basketball, you have no idea what we're talking about. So if you do, you know how short the shorts were that Chris Mullen wore back then.
If you missed that time in basketball history, thank your parents.
Yeah, exactly, because basically they were Spanx. Schroeder back up top. Cory Nichols, good strong drive to the basket. No foul, but Brunson gets it back up. They're letting them play a little bit more like football now. Strong move, DJ. No good. Good strong rebound by number 30, Karan Duncan. DJ Lockhart on the miss.
Karan Duncan is an impressive player for them. He's given them a spark this entire game. He's very physical. He's not afraid of anything. I wouldn't be surprised if he's also a football player for Conway.
6'1", junior. He has. I really like how he goes in. He's just aggressive. Conway, good job. Brunson with the steal, good job. That should have been a foul. They didn't call it. Cameron Hunter. They're letting them play. 36 seconds left in the third quarter. Hornets up 17, 45 to 28. And Cory Nichols going the other way is off Cory. Cory with a good steal.
Cory Nichols is an outstanding athlete. You can tell just by the way he plays, not only basketball, but on the football field, just a tremendous athlete. Hornets are lucky to have him.
Good kid. Good parents. Good job, George, playing good defense right there, not allowing him to come over the screen. He stayed underneath it. DJ Lockhart with the shot. No good. Cory Nichols, good defense with the rebound. Getting it back out to Cam. 4 seconds left. Cam's taking it strong to the basket. Shot up and good with no time left in the third period. Hornets up 19 going into the fourth quarter. And Laster, that's just basically, look, I'm the best player on the court. I'm going to show it to you right here with 4 seconds left, and that's exactly what happened.
You know, and he did that at the end of the first quarter, if you'll remember. Sometimes he just likes to give everybody a reminder of who he is.
He's got 11 points, but the Hornets really is. And we, like I said, you called it at the very beginning, and we've said it all year. The more Hornets are involved in this game from a scoring standpoint, the better Cameron Hunter is.
That's right, and we talked about it makes a defense pick your poison. Are you going to guard the three? Or are you going to guard Cameron? You can't do both of them.
No.
And so the Hornets have done a really good job of making Conway work on the defensive end, and they've taken advantage of a lot of good open shots tonight.
Well, what happens with that is if you get more and more players scoring, what happens is all of a sudden that middle of the court opens up for Cameron.
Right.
Well, so he's able to do anything he wants to do, and so as those guys are scoring, they're out on the wing trying to shoot a three. You look up, Cameron Hunter's 1-to-1 on a guard down low that's a 5'8" guard. He's going to dominate the kid. You just flip it down to Cameron, you got an easy 2 points.
And tremendous basketball IQ by Cameron, because when they're pressing him out on the perimeter, you're right. He just goes right down to the block, and his teammates know how to find him. Matchup problem, and it's always good news for the Hornets when that happens.
And all this is and all this seems easy, how we're talking about it. If you shoot the ball well and you have several players that shoot the ball well, that opens up everything on that offensive end. Very hard to guard 5 guys that can score. Nichols back out to Gabe George. Again, same thing, down to Hunter. They put a bigger guy on him. He did a better job. But Hornets, good job. Cory Nichols getting that ball back. Flipping it over to Gabe George for the three. No good. Jarius Holmes with the rebound for Conway.
Yep.
No good. Schroeder with a great charge. One of my favorite names, number 31, O'Marion Canaday is his name. That Boogie Car and then O'Marion Canaday, those are 2 good names right there. Love that. O'Marion just a little bit too aggressive on that, gets the charge. Cameron Hunter all the way down. Great pass by Brunson, realizing the press was open. Hornets up 21 now, breaking it open with 7 minutes left in the fourth period. Bryant really is. Another steal by Schroeder, taking it on the other end. Great defense. Schroeder strong to the basket. Good shot, good. Austin Schroeder with the basket. Conway wants a timeout. You know he's frustrated. It's just been a long night for them. They have just struggled on the offensive end all night tonight because of Bryant's defense.
That's right. And the Hornets have played outstanding defense. You didn't see any let up on that possession right there, Mark. They're up over 20 points now and still continued with the defensive intensity. That's exactly what you want to see if you're Coach A.
Hornets up 51-28 with 6 minutes and 58 seconds left. We talked about this earlier about some of the sports that are occurring. You have baseball coming up for the Hornets. You have soccer. It's going to be a busy time in Hornetland and all sports coming up from here on out. State tournaments coming up in Fayetteville in basketball, girls and boys.
And we talked about in the ladies' game earlier what a testament that is to everybody who's involved, whether it's parents, members of the community, members of the school district, the students, the teachers, administration, the athletic department, all of our coaches. They've really taken all of the safety steps serious.
Yep.
And as you said all throughout the fall, it's the reason why our students get to continue to play sports this year.
That's right. We're glad to see it. Like I said, we all need that sense of normalcy. DJ Lockhart again for Conway. He's bringing the ball up. Gets it back out. Conway just struggling on the offensive end tonight. Just everything's forced. Great play by Rome Fields, but still he had to work just to get that shot off. Schroeder bringing the ball in to Brunson. Brunson down to Cameron again. Cameron, strong move. You just can't guard it.
And that's frustrating for a defense. You do a full court press, try to press the issue, get back in the game, and you get a long breakaway there from Cameron. And nobody in the gym knows how to finish better than he does.
No, he doesn't. It's smooth. And that's a lesson learned also. If you noticed how calm he was with the basketball. He didn't rush it over too much. He just kind of let it come to him. Used his body to get that layup. Holmes with the foul for Conway, and free throws up and good for the old-fashioned three-point play by Cameron. He's got 15 points now. Only had 5 at half. Second half has opened up for him because his teammates has allowed everything to open up for him by playing well and being able to hit shots. Good switching defense by Ruffner right then to help with Cam up top. Thought Cory knew he thought he had that steal. DJ Lockhart down low, no good. And Cory, good defense with the rebound, getting it back to Cameron. 1-on-3 basically, and shot just barely rolls off, no good. Lockhart has the rebound going the other way for Conway. Good pass inside. They're going to call Brunson on the foul. And that's what you have to do when you have a big guy like Williams inside is you got to recognize when he has the advantage down low, and when he does, you give him that ball whether he can score with it or not.
That's right.
Because they'll call the foul a lot of the times due to that.
I'm really impressed with Williams and his abilities on the low post. He's not only big, but he's very skilled down there, has a lot of good moves, gets good position.
Well, I'll give my opinion on this. You can see he's not going to Arkansas. He's going to Ole Miss in football. I guess he's too big and too fast on his feet to play at Arkansas. Or he didn't go to a 1A school like Hector. Not a jab against Hector or Lane Smith for that matter, who is the Bryant Hornet fan of the night. Lane
right.
Smith from Hector. His favorite player is Boogie Carr, from what we understand. Good play down low. Ridge Scroggin, number 10, 6'2 junior on the line for Conway. Shots up good. Tell Ridge has got a good shot. Brunson coming out of the ball game. Brunson has really done a good job. Number 22 for the Hornets, Gavin Brunson.
He's a physical presence inside. He plays hard, gets you, good rebounds. He does all the hard work you need for someone at that position to do.
Nichols gets the ball out, gets it back to Ruffner. Ruffner strong to the basket. Left hand's going to be fouled. Ridge Scroggin on the foul, but you talked about it earlier, man. You take that ball strong to the basket, two things going to happen. If you control your body while you do it, you're going to score. If not, the other guy's going to foul you. And that's exactly what happened. Hornets up 22, 5 minutes, 20 seconds left in the fourth period. Hornets well on the way for another win. Third in the conference. Ruffner shot, free throw's good.
And this would be a good win for the Hornets, Mark. This is a battle for third place in the conference, and it looks like the Hornets are going to come out on top. Conway is a very good team. This would be a solid win for us.
Boogie Carr on the travel, trying to make a move around Cameron. Cameron Hunter just didn't have to do much on defense. Conway coach said he was dribbling, but once he went to his knees, he lifted that right knee up a little bit, and they're going to call that traveling every time. Drake Fowler, excellent ball game tonight for Drake. Inbounds the ball to Cory. Cory Nichols, strong move. Big Will Diggins for the three. Off the glass and good. If you're an old school fan of the Razorbacks, it's like Oliver Miller all over again. The big O.
And the smile on Will Diggins' face right now is priceless.
Gets a foul on the other end by basically just being in the way. Ron Fields comes down the lane and you hit Big Will Diggins. Big Will, I'm telling you, you go back to the old Arkansas days of Mayberry and Miller, man. Todd Miller was a 6'10", 6'11" guy for the Razorbacks, kind of built like Charles Barkley was. Never saw a buffet he didn't like. Big old guy, but he had great ball handling skills and hands for a big man back then. And he would shoot the three like that every now and then, and the fans would just go wild whenever he would do it.
Well, and Will Diggins didn't hesitate. He was open. He took the shot.
Yep.
I'm not sure if he called it, but it went in.
Yeah, Ruffner got on that baseline. He went to try to spin out of it to get the ball out, and he traveled when he did. Conway's got the ball back again. Hornets up 26, 58-32. 4 minutes, 40 seconds left. If we hit 30, it'll be a mercy rule at that point. Swinging out to Ridge. Ridge long three, no good. Big Will Diggins with the rebound. Fighting through it to Cameron Hunter. Hornets moving the ball down the court. Yeah, they got Drake on the travel. That was kind of tough. Conway did a good job of jumping that when he caught the ball, and it's just your instinct to try to get out of it, but you're trying to pivot your feet at the same time. That's going to be a travel. It's just a tough play.
I marked that last basket for Will Diggins, gave him 10. I don't have the rebound stats in front of me, but it would shock me if Will didn't have another double-double tonight.
Yeah, I'd definitely say he probably has a double-double. If we had a direct line to Rob Patrick, we would just call him on the Hornet phone and get that information. Strong move inside, number 12, Troy Wiseman for Conway. Wasn't bad defense by Fowler, just a good shot. This is probably where Big Will doesn't want to, is dribbling the ball up to Cory against that defense. Good job back to Cory. Drake Fowler with another three. He's going to be fouled on the play. He's going to shoot three from the line. They kind of jumped out at him and got him on the arm. Again, Drake Fowler. I don't know how he plays in those man leggings. I would absolutely be burned up if I had to play in those. I'm sure there's another name for them. Probably a more appropriate, but I mean, they're leggings to me. Drake Fowler's free throw's good. You got to be a good basketball player to wear those.
That's right.
We couldn't have pulled. I'd have never been able to pull those off.
Well, he's able to pull it off, and
yep.
He's doing a great job. And he's not going to be a secret for much longer as a freshman. He's a very good basketball player.
He really is. 6'2". He's got 7 points tonight. Hit a couple of threes, but he really does a great job on defense. Just gets after it. Very high energy. Like you said, it's almost like Paris Atkins on the Hornet side for the boys. Boogie Carr, good drive. Shot up, no good. Cameron Hunter way up for that rebound. (60-34), 3 minutes, 30 seconds left. Hornets going to win another conference game. They've kind of been on a slump lately. Drake Fowler looking for that three. Strong move inside. Jayden Williams, Ole Miss signee, gets it going the other way. And Boogie Carr with the layup, no good. Ridge Scroggin with the rebound. It's going to be fouled on the play. This is the point of the game. Things start to get a little sloppier.
Right.
You know, it's just like the flow of the game. The intensity starts to drop a little bit. You start seeing a few of those mistakes. Kind of get the coaches irritated a little bit because you want to see that precision all the way to the end. Free throw's no good for Ridge Scroggin, 6'2" junior. That one rolls in. Hornets going to inbound the ball. Conway's going to go man-to-man press. And we're just going to play clear out. They're going to try not to let Cameron Hunter touch the ball, but I have a feeling we're going to see him on the low block pretty soon. Posting up, Troy Wiseman down low. It's pretty simple. Cameron Hunter baseline move, that's all you got to do. It's that simple. Simple offense. Like I said, sports is very simple. You take your best player, you put it down there, and if they don't have anybody to guard them, you're going to score most of the time.
That's right. You look up after going almost scoreless in the first quarter, and you see Cameron Hunter's got 18.
Yep. Yes, he's had 13 in the second half. Boogie Carr driving over Fowler. Ball goes out of bounds. Should be off Williams' foot. He knows it. Both coaches are starting to get players in. We saw Darren Wallace come in the ball game the other night. Good ball game for the Hornet starters tonight. Did a great job. Other guys coming in. Like I said, we saw Wallace against Cabot last week. Strong move on the baseline with a dunk and one.
Brought everybody to their feet. That was an outstanding play.
Number 34. You know his dad well. Williams inside, strong. He's just a freshman.
I want to give another shout out to James Lindsay, the pride of Parkview High School. 1992 state overall champions, back when we had overall tournament.
If you know anything about last year, that was the team he was on, so that's called a plug. TJ Lindsay with a little jumper, no good. And that Parkview team's one of the best of all time. They beat Corliss Williamson's team in the state championship, am I right?
It was the semifinals.
Yeah.
But Corliss had a shot for 3 to tie it. Barely went off. I was sitting on the bench watching that right in front of me, holding my breath.
Well, I mean, they didn't want to put you in and then the game turned into a complete blowout. You know, they had that before they threw in their wild card last year. Kind of wanted to keep the games kind of fun, to keep people in the stands. As turning Michael Jordan loose, they knew that at that point it'd be over with. Free throws up and good. Traylon McClure. 62-38 Hornets. Minute 55 left.
TJ Lindsay looks an awful lot like his father, as you might expect. Big, strong, skilled basketball player.
Number 12, Landon Newbern in the game. Wallace, number 14. Drake Fowler in the game. TJ Lindsay. Chris Ganaway, number 4. Wallace with the basket and good. Wallace is going to be a good ball player in the future. Get a little stronger. Taking it up. 13, Traylon McClure with the basket. Newbern gets it down to TJ Lindsay. Oh, that should be goaltending, and they didn't call it. 64-41. We're going to give that bucket in our mind to TJ Lindsay, because that should have been a goaltend. Back down to McClure. Fowler gets the steal, going the other way. Back to TJ. Basket is falls in and out. And McClure gets it, taking Ganaway. Should be a charge, and they call it. Good job. Chris Ganaway, number 4. Great position as he gets down the court. Gets in front of it and takes the charge. 1 minute left. Again, a good victory for the Hornets tonight. We're going to be at home next Friday night. You can listen to it. We'll be playing Little Rock Catholic. Girls will be playing Mount St. Mary's.
The Hornets will be here next Friday. It remains to be seen whether Mr. Scarlett and I will be.
It's going to be a game day decision at best. That's kind of how my job is at Bryant Elementary. It's just a week-to-week decision. At some point, Dr. Walters is going to decide that going to be easier to make a move from that standpoint. Newbern bringing the ball up the court to Ganaway. The Fowler, they're going to try to set Ganaway up for something. 3 on the wing. Hornets up again, 64-43, 27 seconds left. Conway still straight up man-to-man. They're not giving Bryant anything. Wallace, strong left-hand move. DJ Lindsay chases it down. Ganaway, good little ball handler. You have to practice against these guys every day. 5 seconds left. Fowler down the middle of the lane. Shot up, no good, and they're going to call the foul.
One of the things that we found out about Fowler tonight is he's got another gear.
He really does. He's fast. That's one of those usually they don't call with 2 seconds left. They usually wait for the arm to leave the body before they call that with 2 seconds left. But Fowler's going to be shooting 2. Shots up and good. I'll tell you, for the Hornets tonight, if we go with our 2-12 player of the night, I really don't even know who. Probably Drake Fowler, just overall tonight, but it really could be several players. Big Will Diggins. That's going to end the ball game. There's several players, but I'll tell you what, I'm going to go with Big Will Diggins tonight. He did a great job.
It's a good call. Had a big 3. Just a really solid team effort from the Hornets tonight. Solid win.
All right, well, thanks for listening. Another big win for the Hornets. And everybody have a safe weekend, and we will be back next Friday night at Hornet Arena. It's going to be the Hornets versus Little Rock Catholic for our next home game, and we'll see you then. Thanks for listening.